Chicken house.
I have a composition notebook that I haven't used yet, so I think it'd be perfect for notes.
Very sorry, that was more than 2 seconds. Session 11. Yeah. Love the music choice, bro.
All right, here we go. So, last we left off.
Oh boy.
You guys found your way through a tundra, or at least into the beginnings of a tundra, following the advice of a vision from our dearly departed teammate, leading you into an eagle scoop, some giant spiders, a missing companion. For lack of a better term, the proverbial shit has hit the proverbial fan. Regathering strength, sitting down, enjoying a light snowfall in some decent, attractive wood setting. Coming across and getting to know new friends and finding an even newer, weirder one yielding a shell on its back. Happy-go-lucky fella who likes to tote his bug soup around.
Yeah.
Pushing into the frozen wastelands under the tutelage of Fedivin, who's just recently been swallowed by the purple demon baby. So led by the tutelage of our courageous lion into what appears to be an ice hole with blood trails. And this curious lion dug his way in to meet face to face a polar bear, which promptly chased him out. And after getting kind of clawed in his calf and squeezed, our dear friend Apto turns around and roars the mightiest of roars and scares this fucking polar bear away. Continuing to push forward, you get to this mysterious cabin on the side of what looks to be an inclined mountain area, or mountainous area yielding trees and pine trees. Upon closer inspection, as you get closer to this cabin, there seems to be this frozen humanoid in place like a statue. Paying it not much mind, Faru decides to go knock on the door, but is quickly grabbed on the elbow by this figure frozen in time, who promptly apologizes and then strikes Faru. Battle ensues, and with a decent fireball, I forgot the name of the spell, I'm saying fireball, a decent fireball chucked, smashing into this weird creature. More apologies happen till eventually an arrow to the face turns his sincere apology into one of anger, but still very apologetic. Taking down this creature and trying to force enter your way, Faru, into this cabin. The cabin began to close up and rumble and sprout two very large chicken legs and began to walk away. And that's where we left off our last scene, our last session. So we will start off at that moment as these chicken legs sprout up and boom, boom. Every step is like 20 feet for it. Boom, boom. And it seems to be heading away from you, going counterclockwise around the mountainside. It is not that far ahead of you already, as you all take a moment to take in the sight that you have just seen. The snow is still very much a thing at the moment. Not crazy snow, but a nice medium snowfall. The chimney of this cabin still kind of puffing out smoke as it walks away, literally. Faru, you're the closest one, as it kind of stumbles you just a tad. You kind of backstep to get your footing. You see, about 100 feet away, this cabin leaving rather hastily.
Oh, my Fomas, what is this creature? kind of vile magic does this to cabins? And I gesture to my party members. I'm just awestruck at this thing. I've never seen something like this before. So I'm like, do we try and stop it?
I think Apto would rub his eyes and be like, "Was that real?"
I don't know. Yeah, Thomas is just in shock. He's like, hey, wow.
I'm gonna like quickly pull out my book of notes, and I'm just gonna like start flipping through pages, and then I'd say, "What the? I've never seen anything like this before. It's not in my notes. This is unbelievable."
Susano will drop his blade very quickly and kind of shout out, "Mother of Someone's God! What the hell is that?"
Glade's just kind of standing there, just dumbstruck, like, did that just... Did the house just walk away?
I think so.
In place of the house, there is a, pretty clear divot in the ground, and you would be able to see where the house was placed in, like you see the rectangle, the divot of the weight of the house, but you also see kind of like 2 feet footprints where it would have squatted basically into this area. So it's like a rectangle with 2 chicken footprints in the middle of it.
Yeah. Do we even go after something like that? I'm too weak right now. My spells are spent, and I need to rest.
Yeah, maybe we can find a cave or something while we get our bearings. That frozen man really did a number on us.
Yes.
I agree. We need to find some place to rest. That thing has no quarrel with us at this moment, so we should take this moment to gather ourselves.
I don't even think we could hurt it. I mean, you saw what happened with Haru's magic. Just bounced right off.
Maybe in the future we could investigate it further if we ever find that again. I mean, Apto, you do remember seeing those footprints at the riverbank, remember?
Yeah, I remember those. I just wonder how far it traveled. And where it's going.
Where it came from.
During this discussion, the last sounds of the tremors of the footprint, as it steps, the weight of it, as it begins to trail off to obscurity, a puff of smoke can still be seen just in the distance, and as the snow begins to engulf the vast majority of your view, and the white of the ground, the trees that yield a lot of snow coverage, and just eventually the site itself just drifts off into obscurity. And now you stand there with the need to rest, as it clearly states. So in front of you, you see a mountainside. The mountain itself, it's considered a mountain. It's not a huge mountain, but it's definitely considered a mountain. This mountain inclines, and it's a fairly steep grade, even from the get-go. Or you can also follow. I mean, as your eyes track over to the right, you see that with some walking, it does kind of go around, or at least there seems to be a passable scenario to the right if you go counterclockwise. To the left, you just see more mountain.
If I was going to walk up to the creature, is the creature like ash? Is it like poofed away, or is it just kind of...
Are you talking about the frozen man?
Yeah, frozen man.
Oh, no, he's very much still there.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the ground with divots and chunks of frozen meat cut off of it.
I was going to walk up to this frozen man. He's going to kneel down and pray to Phobos, for a safe passage to the next spot.
Absolutely. This frozen man is true to form. It's still very much in a frozen state, so even upon its demise, it's fallen. It seems to be lifeless, but it does have the features of, the end of The Shining, freaking the guy's frozen, right? So
Yeah.
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 But as you pray, roll me a religion, please. Nice.
Ooh, dirty 20.
As you pray, you feel as if. All right. As you pray, you feel as if the snow that falls on you, you recognize that it should feel cold to the touch as it hits you, but in this case here, it seems to be soothing you for the moment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, just sit there in tranquility, so to speak.
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah.
Susano, you see Faru kind of doing his praying thing as he kind of has this ritual and honoring dead, or, not necessarily exactly known to you specifically what he's doing, but you see him acting out in this sort of fashion. You're looking up towards the mountain. You look right towards the flatter area that wraps around the mountain that's still a decent ways away. And you look to your left, and there you would see even more mountain. You look at your cohorts, you look at the divot in the ground, and what is Susano thinking?
In Susano's mind, he's kind of piecing together what Faru's doing. He's kind of seen this type of thing in the war where people honor the dead. And then I think he would think about what would be the best area to set up camp. Not the area that the house just moved from. Probably a mountainside where we might be able to find a cave. But I would say that while Susano's thinking this, he's actually curious about one thing. He picks up his blade, sheathes it, and then goes to where the dead, I guess, guy who kept on saying "I'm sorry" was.
Okay.
To examine the gem that fell out of him.
You remember the gem that fell out of him, huh?
I was going to mention that, but I decided not to.
Good stuff. So as you squat down, the gem itself seems to be crude. There's no real symmetry to it, and it doesn't seem to be like a gem, like an emerald, like an emerald would be cut. This kind of see-through, kind of glassy like thing. It looks more like just a standard quartz rock, or at least it has that kind of appeal to it. It's not like someone picked it up off the ground and just kind of shined it up a little bit. There is some shaving to it, so someone did try to mold it at least a little bit. It was just a very, very shitty job. But as you grab it, it's cold to the touch.
Ernest, have you ever seen anything like this? Susano will walk over to Ernest and hold out his hand with the gem in it.
No. Let me see. And I'll start flipping through my notes again. And no, not here. No. I can't say that I have. How peculiar.
This is very strange. Faru or Apto, does this look like anything religious? Or maybe Glade? Does it look like something for smithing?
Faru stands up.
Actually, Faru, I'm gonna do one thing for you real quick here.
Oh yeah.
Continue to pray. That I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I just continue that. Yeah.
If it's something religious, you might want to wait for the fanatic to finish praying.
Yeah. It may take a few minutes.
Yeah.
So as you guys are all, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Glade was just going to reply. It's like gemstones and other rocks can be used for various things, mostly decorations, though.
As you guys are kind of huddled around this gem, with the nat 20 on the religion check, eventually the snow that's comforting Faru begins to kind of fall upwards. Like the ground itself around Faru is snowing into the sky, not from the sky, at least gently. It begins while Susano's holding it into its palm. It begins to kind of flutter into Sasano's palm, and then like a small little snow tornado begins to as this little cyclone is going around this shoddy little gem or quartz or whatever, whatever you want to use there. It begins to slightly glow white, and then almost as if there's like something being pulled out of the rock, this smoke or this little hazy mist, almost like ethereal mist, begins to kind of with this little cyclone that gets a little bit bigger, and it begins to launch slowly into the sky. And as it gets over your heads 5-10 feet, and it kind of has this sound that you hear slowly dissipating into the ether and says, "I'm sorry."
I didn't actually catch that. What
Did
you
it just say?
"I'm sorry."
Yeah, you cut out there.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, Fomas is looking up at it and he's like, "Go with Fomas, son."
Do you see this individual block?
Alright, well, if everyone's done looking around and praying, I think we should look for somewhere to rest up.
Wait, we're not just gonna talk about what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened?
I don't know
Look,
what the hell just
look.
happened.
We all just got out through a tough fight. There was never a building here to start with. That's my story. As Glade just shaking his legs, he's like in disbelief still about the giant fucking legs in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, Myri stands up from his prayer meditation and he's like, "Right, so we must find some shelter. I don't think this cold is going to be our friend."
Wait. You guys seem to all be brushing this under the rug. Did anybody else just see what the heck happened? I mean, Faru, does this happen all the time when you pray?
Only if Fomas gives me understanding, then I will understand it, but it seems she has blessed us to stay. We are still alive.
Shit.
I think we should find some shelter, because I have no idea what is going on anymore.
Yeah, Faru wants to, feeling invigorated, even though he's very tired. He wants to try and be the point man. So, or he volunteers to be the point man for the rest of their mountainside journey. Find a cave or something.
We can either look for a new cave, or we can go back to the polar bear one. But I don't know if I want to kill a polar bear.
I think we are too beat up to take on a polar bear. We might just want to push forward towards that mountain to see if there's a cave.
Fair enough.
So, question, Frog.
Yeah.
The stone went up into the sky, is that
No,
right?
the stone is still in your hand. There seems to have been an essence that was drawn out of it that flew up into the sky.
Okay, so would it be safe to say that there's still magic in the stone, or is it just a stone now?
Don't know.
Okay.
That's magic.
Susano will pocket the stone for the time being.
Sure.
Nice.
Sasano,
with this stone.
Sasano, in your bag,
Okay.
put put Frozen Man stone in your bag. I word it like that so it triggers my memory.
Man's. Any weight?
Nah, it's tiny.
Alright. Okay.
All right, guys. So, everything that happened totally just happened as Faru stands up, kind of gestures towards the mountainside. So the plan is we're going up.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Faru wants to move forward. He doesn't want to go back to the polar bear cave.
Yep. So we're going up, 100%. All right. So as you all gather your shit, I kind of want to know where Glade's head's at right now.
Like I said, Glade's in just kind of disbelief about the house, and it's just like, yeah. The house walk out, he's like, I mentally he's like, I don't get paid enough to even try to think about dealing with that. So he's in disbelief about the house and is just kind of going where the rest of the group is at the moment.
Yeah, not toward the house.
Yeah, it's like a house quite literally just sprouted legs and walked away. He's never heard or seen of that before. And his mentality is, I don't get paid, and I'm not getting paid enough to even try to think about dealing with that.
Noping the F out of that situation.
Yep. Yeah. If he doesn't think about it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. I just see the
Awesome.
red light that's out there.
Awesome. All right. You take your first step towards the mountainside, and once again, it's still considered a mountain. It's just not like the Rockies here. It still has a decent elevation. I mean, you even look up, and the amount of snow foliage you have on it, it's enough to kind of appear to be a fairly large incline. In fact, you all begin to search. I mean, that is, as you're walking up in elevation, you're all just searching for something suitable. Is that correct?
Yeah.
See.
Correct.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
so why doesn't everybody give me a straight survival check, please?
Oh boy.
Survival.
Faru's time to shine.
It is.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. These rolls.
So, Apto and Ernest look over to one section or one area, and as they kind of spot these pine trees that are kind of together, that have this massive accumulation of snow and ice on the branches, and underneath them seem to be pretty devoid of snow. As you kind of jump under there to kind of test it out, Apto, you step on a branch that seems to kind of go whoosh, and it releases all the snow on top as it vibrates the trees, and then you get covered, just snow coming off the trees and begin to just fall all over you.
I think he would just like shake off all the snow, like. Ugh.
As you
Yeah,
shake
right
off
there.
your mane, it kind of poofs white, and clearly not the greatest of places. But as Faru probably has himself a little bit of a chuckle in that scenario, Faru, out of the corner of your eye, you see as the incline is happening, very similar. There's this grouping of pine trees, but it looks like these pine trees grew on the edge of a cliff line, and the roots made this kind of twisted, gnarled, natural barrier of the elements. And as you make yourself closer to these sturdy pine trees overhead, and you kind of look in, it looks like these roots have been growing for such a while that it's pushed between erosion and just the growing of the tree. It's pushed a lot of this aside and cracked open a rock. This rock, if you were able to think thin, you may be able to slide through this crack in the mountain.
So I point toward the pine trees and like, hey, man, the grouping of those trees. It seems if someone is seemingly small enough, we could probably get through there and find shelter.
And I'm just going to validate what I'm explaining here so everyone understands the element real quick here. So, you have yourself the mountain, right? So imagine two trees. These represent trees. And the root beds have kind of grown together and weaved together and split open like a crack in a rock. And it seems to go in pretty decently. You just don't know how far, at least not at first.
Okay.
Alright.
So I would say before heading to that general direction, Susano will use his hand axes to cut down some kindling from the trees that Ernest and Apto were going towards,
Sure.
or just Apto.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still trees around here. They're not. It's not like this crazy wooded forest. There's a decent amount of trees. They're thinner, but there's a decent amount. There's trees around that you can chop up. That's fine.
Okay, while walking towards that opening, I'll start cutting down some branches to use for getting a fire started.
Absolutely.
Apto will go in and check if it's safe.
You'll go in and what?
Check if it's safe.
I still didn't understand you. I'm sorry, man. I don't know.
He's going in to
Check
check
if it's
to see if
safe.
the cave's clear.
Oh,
Or-
checking
Yes,
the
you-
cave. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
The crack of the bolt thing. Yeah.
What about our forge cleric? What are you doing?
Yeah, he's. I guess he'll kind of wait near the entrance to hear back to make sure that nothing like comes in after him, behind him or anything like that. I guess.
Sure, absolutely. And then Ernest, what are you doing in this situation?
I'm gonna follow Apto.
Okay, so we'll start off with Sasano. Do me a favor, Sasano. Give me another survival check, please. Nice. Now roll me a d10. Okay, cool. You're able to get 7 decent logs. You seem to be you're cutting it like from the undergrowth of some of these trees, preferably away from the majority of where the moisture would be. And they seem to, with a little TLC, these logs might burn for a decent amount of time.
Nice. I'm going to start stacking them by the edge of the cave, and after I'm done, I'm going to wait by it near across from Glade to make sure that I don't hear any hollering coming from inside.
Gotcha. And as you're stocking these logs one by one on the side, you see Ernest and Apto, and I assume Faru as well.
Yeah, Farouz just outside the cave. He's going to try and try and defend that area, just
Okay.
in case you guys get if we get flanked or something.
So you see Apto and Ernest kind of plotting a strategy on how they're going to enter said cave to check it out. So take it away, you two.
All right, Ernest. I know you possess great arcane magics. So, can you see in the dark?
Yes, I can.
All right. Then let's head on. Good thing we don't need to light a torch, so we won't have to attract any unnecessary attention. I'll lead the way if you'd like.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Just I'll stand slightly to the right of him. That way, I can still have a clear shot. Because I feel like I think I have a lot more.
So just
Feet
a point of reference here. This crack is literally a crack in the rock. So it's going to be a tight squeeze, as if you were like between walls.
Okay, nah, I'll just stay behind him. Then, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Okay. So the lion goes in first, correct?
Yes.
What do you have on your person, Mr. Lion?
I have some chainmail, longsword, shield, clothes.
As you
backpack.
attempt to kind of make your way in here, your greatsword kind of goes click, kind of stuck. Looks like it's a pretty tight squeeze. Your shield doesn't seem to be able to squeeze in with you. It looks like for you to fit with your large frame, you might have to leave your shield and sword behind.
All right, I will do that. I'll leave my greatsword and my shield behind.
All right. You squeak in, and the sound goes from the outdoor ambiance to like a as this really thick, cold stone kind of grazes across your fur. And you do that kind of shimmy walk, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. And what feels like 15 feet of left foot, right foot. A little trickle of water drips from the ceiling. Blip, blip. As you look up to kind of just get a good grip on where this source is coming from, it looks as if there's roots above you, probably from the trees underneath, or above you rather, in the root bed, just kind of dripping water on top of you. The air temperature is significantly warmer in here than it is out there, be it still very cold. Eventually, you feel the pressure of the squeeze lighten up, and you get kind of not casted, but you get to a position where you can, you pull yourself free, and you stand at full length. Now, just above your head, about 2 inches, is ceiling. But as your eyes dark vision begins to kick in, you see this, for lack of a better term, cave-like structure. Maybe this boulder that's been cracked has moved over the past centuries and just kind of eroded and drifted out a little bit, creating this pocket in the ground. Above you, your rooftop, even 2 inches above you, it's still all solid all roots. As you look to the right, actually give me a perception check.
Yes, sir. Perception. 10.
At a glance, the one thing you would pick up on is there seems to be an individual sitting on his butt with his knees in the air, his hands wrapped around his knees, and his head in his knees as if he was sleeping.
I think I'd put my hand up to like Ernest and be like, "Whoa, there's a guy here."
Well-
Then I'll go and
Ernest
Shake
came
him.
in with you? Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So Ernest would then, after that first initial glance, Ernest would be able to, you're popped in.
I think we'd go and shake him.
You wanna? I assume. Are you whispering this to me? Or I mean, he's probably like 5 feet from us, right? How far away is he?
I would say this hole is, I'll even fucking put it on the board here for shits and grins. 1 second here. So we'll say it is about that's that, and then this would represent the crack that you guys walked through to get here. So the dude, and I'll indicate the dude by a red circle.
Okay.
Right.
I'm assuming he would have heard us. So I was like, let me. Should I approach him first? Maybe you may come off as intimidating to somebody that's hiding in a cave.
All right. Go ahead.
Just stay next to me.
All right.
Hey.
I'll walk up next to him. Or if
And
I
I'd slowly approach until I got to this square. Is it highlighting right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
This one. So 10 feet in front of him.
Yep. As you step over like a little rocky outcropping, it's not like difficult terrain, but it's rocky in here. You know what I mean? It's definitely not a level plane. But you'll step over a rock, and as you step down, you hear what sounds like breaking glass under your foot.
Ice.
Can I test it? Is it under both feet or as
Just the 1 foot, like if you're stepping over a bench, that first foot goes over. That's where, as your
Yeah.
foot lands over the or a log, you're stepping over a log in the woods, right?
Okay.
That first step, you hear a crunch, like a small crunch of glass.
I'm gonna take my foot back. Perception check to see if is it ice?
You're welcome to look down. You don't got to give me a perception check for that.
Okay.
It does not look like ice. In fact, it looks like you stepped on a plate.
Okay. And the guy hasn't moved at all.
Not yet, no.
All right.
At least not to your knowledge.
And I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna reach out to touch him or anything. I'm just gonna, stay in there and just say, "Excuse me, sir." Sir, excuse me. Apto, I don't know if he's alive anymore.
I think Abdul would go and shake him. Or
Apto-
attempt to
oh.
shake him.
As you make your way, Apto, you find yourself kind of stepping over like a little tattered bag. It's not tattered or torn, it's just old and weary. As you kind of try to kick the bag aside, the bag itself is like an ice cube. It's just frozen in time. And as you try to shake, you put your paw on the shoulder and try to wake this individual up. There's no movement to the shoulder. and it looks as if the body has been also frozen in time and now has fused with the nature of the cave.
I think he just did. Ernest. So what do you want to do? Do you want to take him outside and bury him?
You know, I really don't want to touch him, but you know, hey, that Farouk guy might want to bury him. What else can I see in this room?
A little bit of a shoddy campfire. As you look down, you know it's frozen over. There's still some timber in there, but even the timber has that thin layer of solid ice around it. His pack is solid. You don't even see his face. All you see is like kind of like the hair sticking up, you know, and he's in that frozen, seated, sleeping on my knees kind of position that you see homeless people do, you know.
Hey, what color is his hair?
Brown.
Okay.
So, you know, it's almost even difficult to even identify its race, as you know, there's this layer of ice that just seems to encapsulate him. It looks as if he's been here quite a while.
Okay.
Can I go through the bag?
You could absolutely go through the bag, sure. You get to the bag, and as you try to unzip it and open it, a piece of it just kind of snaps off.
And what do I find inside the bag?
Nothing. Ice. There seems to be objects encapsulated in ice. You're more than welcome to take the entire evening and chip away if you wish.
I'll do that at some other time. Alright,
That's great.
I will go. I think I'll shimmy back outside and mention to Faru that there's a guy frozen solid in there. I don't know if you want to bring him out and give him a burial or something.
Well, if we have the time to do it, then I can bury the lad.
Alright, other than that, it seems pretty safe. It's warm enough.
I would maybe argue the opposite, because that guy is literally frozen in there. It may not be warm enough, Apto.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I have a main, so
Plus, because we won't be able to light a fire in there. We would likely smoke ourselves out.
Yeah.
You do. Okay, so let me get a little more clarity here. So there is remnants of a fire pit here next to that, you know, that plate that you destroyed. You know, next to the plate, you'll find a wooden spoon. This little green would be like where the fire pit was. As you look at the ceiling, you do see kind of like, you know, some torch marks, or at least some sort of smoke stains that seem to kind of creep towards the crack. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see, like I said, a fork and a knife here. You shattered this plate, and we'll do that with the X. His pack is right about here, frozen. What else would you see here? On the side here, you'll see what looks like a burnt out torch.
Okay.
And once again, all these items are very much in like a half an inch to an inch of ice.
Yeah.
I'll mention to Ernest that maybe we can just cut out a piece of the roots, so for airflow.
If this is the best shelter we have, you know, maybe you're right. We don't have much of a choice. This isn't the Hamptons, as they say.
Wait, does Tal Rune have the Hamptons?
Well,
It
they
does
do
now.
It does now.
We in business.
It's canon. It's canon. Write it down.
Glade will kind of walk over and it's like, beggars cannot be choosers, as he kind of goes to kind of look around the inside the cave himself for what he can see.
Now, once again, for the record, all those that are large in stature, character-wise, so this is more of a flavor thing. You know, you can't
Okay.
just willy-nilly pull in all your weapons with it on you. You're going to have to probably drag them to your side, rope them up, and swing them in. You know, it's
Gotcha.
not a free and this is a very narrow passage. Like if you were to look at my
Okay.
camera right now, it's literally like a think thin and kind of like shimmy on in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Fire was going to get in there, even if he took his armor off, right? Because like he's got this big old turtle shell, like he's like 400 plus pounds.
That's
so.
true. You know, you might have a problem for
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
technically,
yeah.
Faru brings us home on his back, so.
This is true. This is also true. I can just like get in my shell.
Based on what Apto said, Susanoo will start cutting the logs into, I guess, pieces that he can carry into the cave to put into the fireplace.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, you could easily whip those through. Like, you kind of one-hand it, underhand flip it, and it kind of rotates in the air as it falls.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll do that until we have a pretty good sizable amount in the cave, so it'll last us throughout the rest.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think-
As you're flipping these logs in, they are small enough to go into the cave itself. It's you guys start to see the light begin to diminish slowly, as if there's a sunset behind the snow clouds.
I think Epto would have tried to drag the body out or push it out or something by now.
Apto, as you continually try to get this body out, the thick coating of ice seems to be pretty solid, as if this ice has been settling here for quite some time. There doesn't appear to your mind any kind of way to get this body out unless you decide to smash and bang it.
Pieces.
Ew. Let's see. I'll bring it up. Like, guys, I can't get this body out. Do you guys just want to sleep with it in here, or do you wanna, or does someone wanna smash it and take it out piece by piece?
I guess we should just let it be. You know.
Let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like smashing it. That would be disrespectful to the dead.
I might have a suggestion. Glade, would you be able to use Crate Bonfire?
I could.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you could, if you
go
could
on.
use it 2 times, one on the body, when it thaws out, we can then carry it out in whatever pieces of clothing we have left of him, and then we could use it to start the fireplace.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to get the information for it. Because it lasts for.
It's a cantrip. You can do it as much as you want.
Yeah, no, but it does. It does technically deal damage. That's what I was verifying.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely does fire damage on contact.
Yeah. I could do create a bonfire on it, but it's going to burn once it starts to melt.
I mean, is it better than smashing it? I mean, do we really want pieces of this guy all over the place?
That's a fair point.
I mean, if I do the bonfire, you're going to smell the burning flesh as it starts to melt and the flesh burns. But I can
mean-
do it.
I don't think we need to burn the flesh.
I don't have control over that. It's a fire.
If I heard any of this, he'd be very angry. You guys are talking about, like, just smashing some dead person's corpse. So
It's a good thing your turtle ass is outside.
exactly. Yeah.
Why'd you pop out of the turtle shell?
Alright, well, the body's thawing out. Would it be possible if there's still a little bit of light out?
It's
To-
dusk, you know. It's like civil twilight, sure.
Would it be possible to maybe like hunt a rabbit or two?
I mean, you can definitely try.
I would like
That's
to
gonna be
try.
hard.
Well, let's do one obstacle at a time. So, are we going forward with the bonfire idea?
Just a quick question. If we were to light the fireplace, would it slowly melt the body out or thaw it out?
I can't tell you
Uh,
that.
theoretically, yeah, that's going now character metagaming. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, so I guess Glade will kind of look around. So are we leaving it, smashing it, or am I lighting it on fire?
And we can just place it next to the campfire.
I thought you couldn't pull it off the ice. I mean, we could move the fireplace closer to it and then give it the proper burial when it falls, but it's either burn it or smash it. I think this is a group decision.
Yeah. Minus Faru.
Ernest?
As my favorite bardic group would sing, you may have heard of them. They were known as the Bloodhound Gang. And they would sing, "Burn, fucker, burn."
Oh my god. I've heard of the Bloodhound Gang. It's the freaking 90s. Holy shit. I'm old.
Okay. So, with
Yeah, I guess.
with little
Yeah, I guess Glade will
flick of the
start
wrist,
doing the. Yeah.
and woof, this magical bonfire gets casted in the same in the same square, let's just say, and it begins to radiate heat into the cave, and the cool chill of the cave is slowly overtaken with some degree of warmth and comfort, be it solid cold ground and everything around you, but the campfire does make things a little bit more appealing. Side note, any background noise, I apologize. My kid's on a nebulizer right now.
I have one of those. I understand.
I wasn't going to come out. I was going to come out like the music right now is like hyper happy go cheery.
Yeah.
Funny.
Like, I mean, like, we found a cave where we have a bonfire, we have rest. It's great. Good stuff.
The things in this room covered in ice start to kind of get a little slick and shiny as the thin layer on the outside of all this ice is beginning to show effects of, non-freezing climates. While all that's happening, Faru, you hear a mumbling from inside the cave, and because everyone's kind of chit-chatting and talking away, you try to kind of fit in, you kind of bump your shell, you're like, fuck, I can't get in there. You turn around and kind of just look at the view, and man, you guys are like not even a quarter way up the mountain, but you're still a decent height, right? And you just look down, and as if there was like this purposeful break in the snow, in the snow that's in the air, and just to give you this immaculate view of looking across this frozen tundra with, frozen pine trees and just mountains and snow-capped mountains, and in the vast different distance, you'll see more land that you can't quite focus on, but based on your directional sense that that's the trip that you took. You come from all the way at the end of your site.
Who was it that was guarding with me outside of the cave?
I'm under the impression everybody else is in the cave.
Oh, me. All right. So, sorry. So I'm just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna appreciate what I'm looking at. Faru's thinking in his head, Phobos has, guided him along this journey to see this beautiful like this tapestry of art, this tapestry of nature, of land, and in its glory, and he's just taking it all in.
Absolutely. Do me a favor. Roll me a perception check.
Oh no. Okay.
Wow, dude. Is that three 20s in a row?
Oh my, yeah. Oh my god.
You fucking cheater. Go play Lotto. We'll wait.
Yeah. We're gonna take this to a card game.
So you kind of see some of the trees just below you. They seem to, like the snow that has gathered on the limbs, they fall down slowly, as if something kind of moved it.
Okay. So it might be like there might be something there, like that's purposefully moving the limbs to the trees, or just moving through the trees, the light. Do you mind?
Oh no.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Oh, I'm asking. I thought you said like something was moving along the trees, correct?
I think he said something was causing the snow to fall down off it.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
something
okay.
may have startled the snow on the limbs of the tree, and it seems to. You see snow kind of just falling down off the tree.
Okay. I'm going to, get myself in a defensive position, if something is falling. What do I see?
You see snow falling off a tree.
Okay. All right. I'll just, keep looking around.
You scan the terrain. Nothing else seems to move or anything that you're that anything that would kind of trigger your spidey sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna head back, to the entrance of the cave. Since I guess can I try and squeeze in? Take my backpack off, leave it outside, and then kind of go in. Or is it just too bad? Is it too small?
I mean, you're welcome to try.
Oh boy. Some good stuff. Yeah, let me try and squeeze into the cave.
Okay. Why don't we give me an athletics check, or excuse me, acrobatics check, and it's got to be damn good. Practically another nat 20.
Proceeds to nat one it.
You
Yeah,
you kind of
that's
hold you push your belly side in a little bit, and you
Yeah.
kind of like angle your back in first where your shell is, but you just can't seem to find an angle that'll accommodate your large stature.
Yeah, I just pull myself out of the cave. I'm like, oh god, I must have gathered some weight since I've gotten older. So he's just gonna he's gonna get that down in a meditative position, sort of start praying to Tomas. He can't do anything right yet. He's gonna have to go in his shell.
Absolutely.
The ability is called what's it called?
It's all right. We know. You go in the show.
Yeah, sorry,
You're good.
yeah.
All right. Back inside the cave, as all that's going on, the fire itself has made this quite comfortable. If Faru was to look into the cave, you would see kind of like heat waves exiting out of the top of this crack in the rock, and the smell of some burning timbers. Nevertheless, everyone inside, things are thawing out. It's slow. It's a slow process, but the individual on the side seems to be very moist, although not fully exposed yet. There still seems to be about a half-inch worth of ice still all around him.
Nepo would like to try and go hunting.
Yep. You could exit the cave, and we'll come to you in a minute. Sure.
All right, thanks.
Susano will gather the frozen items that were at the bag and put them near the bonfire to try and thaw them quicker.
As you attempt to open the bag, even though the heat that radiates in here has kind of released some of the ice hold on this thing, you try to open up the bag, but the contents on the inside are still very much like frozen bread. It's just all solid on the inside. You try to kind of push the bag over, but it still seems to be sealed to the floor via ice. Yeah, that's what you get for now.
Okay. Can I... Well... Slowly melting, but I want it to be melt quicker.
Mhm.
Can I crack a torch and put it near it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I will do that.
All right.
Torch. Do that.
You crack a torch. Are you just standing there with a torch in your hand?
Yes, I'm sitting down with the torch in my hand, holding it.
Okay, it does speed the process up a little bit. As Ernest, you see Sasano cracking a torch, holding it closer to this individual, and he kind of just sits alongside this frozen dude. You look to your right, and you see Apto getting ready to leave the cave. No sign of Faru, but right before Glade does what he's about to do, you kind of take your foot off of the broken plate, and you see kind of like just food residue, unidentifiable really, but it looks like this plate has been well used.
Um, sliding my foot off the plate, I would kind of turn to Apto, and sorry for the lapse of memory here. You said it's like dusk, right? It's
Oh yeah,
about to be it's about
civil
to be dark.
twilight. Yep.
I would turn to Apto, seeing him getting ready to like exit, or what I would perceive him to be like packing up his things or whatever, and I would say, Apto, are you sure you want to go out there? It's only going to get colder, and sorry, Frog. Are we still feeling the warm effect, Apto and I, from our Fey passengers?
I wouldn't call it a warm effect. I would say an anti-freezing agent would be a
Okay.
better metaphor to use in that
Okay.
situation.
I don't know if this feeling from the Fey will last if we separate.
No need to worry. I won't stray far, and I've got all my fur to keep me warm as well, and this heavy coat we bought before leaving.
Yeah, but I'm a little cold. Could you maybe come keep me warm?
No, stand by the fire.
No.
No, even better yet, stand in the fire.
That's great. Great.
Fine. Have it your way.
I'll leave my chainmail inside, though.
Okay, so you go without armor on. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. As you see Apto's silhouette break your line of sight through the cave end, i.e., basically you see him turn away from the entrance of the cave where you could no longer see him. You turn to the rest of your party, Ernest. You look down at Glade. Glade, what are you doing?
So let me just make sure. So like the fire's good to go without me constantly doing the cantrip now, correct?
It's a concentration. You're welcome to, let me see here. It's a concentration up to a minute. So technically, every minute you'd have to reactivate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Did we get the wood pulled in? Because I know someone mentioned
Yes,
that earlier. I just don't know
Sasano
if we-
flipped it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if they actually got pulled in or not. Yeah, I guess while the bonfire is going on him, I'll grab some of the wood and kind of bring it close to the body, but not like too close or not, and try to also, when that fire kicks out off him, I'll try to actually start like an actual regular fire for us that's just near it.
Okay. So Ernest, you see Glade basically prepping to make a real fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say I'll just I would just like help, I guess, clear a little bit of the area, and I would look to Glade and Sasano and say, so do you guys want to cuddle, keep each other warm?
No.
Glade will just kind of glance over. There's not enough of your wine to make me want to do that with you.
I haven't even kissed me on the cheek yet.
Susano will just look at Ernest, say no, and just keep shaking his head.
Are you sure? I'm kind of getting a little cold.
Glade just kind of looks away and just goes back to trying to prep the real fire.
I need to pee over back.
Fine, guys. And then I would, are you prepping that fire right in front of your player character on the...
So where I'm prepping is like, I mean, technically it's going to be right in front of me as I'm prepping it, but I'm doing it kind of like right in front of the frozen body, so it's close enough to like melt the ice buildup that's on it, but not close enough to catch it on fire if it fully melts. Does that make sense?
And I'll just pop a squat next to it, I guess, on this side. No, I'm fine right where I was, actually. I don't want to get too close to that thawing body.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. Is just
Yeah, so
getting an actual fire going, and then I guess
using the torch
yeah.
up there.
Yeah, and then once.
Oh, sorry. And then I was just gonna say I was just getting my bedroll ready. and I would just kind of rest my head close to the fire, and then my body down to the left.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
Okay. So yeah, I guess whenever the fire's good to go, I'll go and kind of just like walk around looking at the walls. Ooh, can I actually stack on it?
Oh, hey.
So this one's going to represent your bonfire. This is going to the other one's going to represent the campfire. Keep on going. I'm just trying to add flavor to your RP.
No, you're good. Yeah, no, I get you. I get once I actually like I guess start getting the actual campfire going. It's like I'd be using my cantrip to start it, so my other one would kill off because it's concentration.
I'm sorry. I had like three or four kids behind me making a lot of noise. I could not hear you. I apologize.
You're good. So yeah, I'm using my cantrip to start the actual bonfire on the wood.
Yeah.
So it's
okay, cool. So we'll just take that guy out. That's fine. Okay, go.
Yeah. No, that's all I was trying to say. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just go and to actually like get the actual bonfire going.
Beautiful, and it doesn't take long for the logs that Sasano flipped in here to ignite, as it begins to kind of crackle and snap and pop as the moisture gets kicked out of the wood. The between the bark and the actual wood itself, the pulp or whatever, and it begins to kind of create a white smoke that kind of lifts to the ceiling. Anyone standing up in this cave right now would kind of be going, and that if you were to sit down, you would avoid the smoke inhalation.
Okay. Okay. That kind of changes what I was going to. I guess. So, he had ice melt. So with the fire, like, does the fire kind of like light up the cave, like with the light from the fire reflecting off the ice, or
of course.
Is it just more rock?
I mean, this is only a 25-foot room. Yeah, this campfire is more than enough light.
Okay, that's all I was trying to see if it like actually like reflectilated or whatever the fancy word is off the ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember, most of this cave in here is earth, right? All the lower elevations and things that can retain moisture would be frozen. So it's not like this ice 25-foot room of ice. It's just there's ice patches in here. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. That's all I was trying to get clarification from. It was just like, how is there no more light? And if so, I was going to ask like, how does the actual cave look fully? Because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Specifically.
So, so the rock that you came through, this crack, looks like once probably sat in this pocket of earth that you're in. As the roots pushed it out and cracked it. Like most of the earth around you spherically, you'll see pine root beds basically that kind of just gnarl and wrap around through the smaller rock and mud that is frozen.
Okay.
And by frozen I mean just like the earth is just solid.
Okay. And then alright. Easy enough.
Okay.
And then, other than that, I know someone was messing with, like, the bag. Is the bag still by the body, or does someone actually take that?
Bag's still frozen. It's,
you
like
guys have only been in this cave for, like, maybe a half hour.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's all I was going to ask, was if the bag was still by the body, I was just going to move the bag near, like, how the body is, so it can slowly thaw out, was all.
I think, Frog said the bag's still frozen to the ground.
It is.
Oh, it's frozen to the ground. Okay, sorry. I missed that part.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part.
If y'all ever made dinner before, even thawing chicken takes for fucking ever.
Yeah, no. Okay, sorry. I didn't understand it was frozen to the ground. I apologize. Never mind. Disregard my comment.
All right, as all this campfire work is going on and the rest of the team is getting comfortable, Apto, you slide your not skinny ass. You slide your happy ass out. Are you bringing your sword and shield too?
No, I'm bringing my short bow.
Just your short bow. You would see. What?
Yeah, my short bow.
Okay. Faru, you would see, or at least hear, Apto coming out of the cave. As you look over to him, he seems to be armorless and wielding a bow.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of my shell. I'm gonna be like, so what have you found in the cave? Is it suitable for the rest of the party? I can't seem to get through this crack. My shell is a little bit bigger.
Like, yeah, the party's starting a fire. It's starting to get pretty warm in there. I think it's a nice place to hunker down for the night.
Excellent, excellent. I'm glad they're safe.
Yep,
Did you find anything else in the cave?
Well, besides that body we were talking about, no.
Oh. That's all.
Yeah, I want to go see if I can't find us some dinner. If I don't come back in by the moon is at the highest point, look for me.
Do you need help? I mean, I've been in the forest for a long time. I could probably help you with your hunting.
Well, I don't want you to scare any game, so you might want to leave that chain here.
Tell you what, I'm gonna give you guidance. Fomas covers all of us. So he puts his hand on his chest and puts his other hand, like on his head, and then he points to you and gives you guidance. You get a 1d4, I believe, for your any ability
skill
check
checks.
you make. Yeah, skill checks. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, cool.
It's one of the best cantrips in the game.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Go with Fomas, son.
All right. Like I said, if I'm not back by the moon is to its highest peak, go looking for me. And
We
then
would never
I
leave a
head
man
off.
behind.
Of course.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. And then I head off
All
to the
right.
forest to see what I find.
So I need to know, are you going up elevation or down elevation?
I would go down.
Or, and technically, side elevation is an option too, I guess.
I think I just go down around the path that we took up here, so I won't get lost.
Sure.
lost.
Roll me a survival check, please.
And this is with the D4 on top, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, plus 1d4. Yeah.
All right. So survival, and then a D4 on top of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 13.
Oh.
Beautiful. Okay. So, I'm gonna say, Apto, after about an hour. So we're kind of fast forward time a little bit here. After about an hour, you kind of retrace footsteps. You shimmy over this way, you shimmy over that way. You're trying to search for any kind of thing that would be fresh. At this point, the sun has completely set. And the snowy white has turned black with the lack of direct light sources. Your dark vision would kick in and shimmer back these beads of light off the moon that would occasionally crack through the sky. This shimmering kind of gray tone. You hear a branch snap behind you.
All right. I'll turn around and see what's up.
I'm sorry, you broke up.
I'll turn around and see what it was.
Yes, you turn around and all you see is kind of a branch moving.
Like in the wind.
Could be the wind, could have been something. I don't know.
All right. I think being a little spooked, he'd go maybe like 50 feet in the opposite direction and try to keep hunting, but like keeping that in the back of his mind.
Absolutely. You head 50 feet in an opposite direction, putting some distance between you and said spooky tree. This area in particular has a lot of underbrush under a lot of these pine trees. And for a moment, the moon kind of cracks out again, shimmering that blue light like ice, like blue icing on the earth, as it reflects through the sun, through the snow coverage. And as you're looking into like the brush line and the moon kind of radiates in that direction diagonally, you see two beads of light under the brush.
2 beads of light.
Yep, under the brush. So if there was like a pine tree and it has bushes around it, and then under that brush line, you'll see these 2 beads of light that seem to be shimmering back at you.
Alright, I'll go check it out. Like, cautiously.
As you roll stealth.
Alright, let's roll a stealth. See, I don't have disadvantage on this one. Oh my god!
Oh!
Oof. Oof.
Oh,
Hold on, hold on.
my god.
4!
The snow coverage here is like up ankle deep. Well, let's call it anywhere between 5 to 7 inches. As you
Hold on,
height.
Hold on. If I use my inspiration, do I get a reroll or do I take the 13?
Oh, yes. You would get a
You get a
reroll.
reroll.
Alright, I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, my god.
17. That's
You
it.
high step, and you kind of slowly, the fur on your paws kind of slowly push some of the soft snow, and you take your slow steps. At this point, you're about 50 feet away. That's a bit much. Let's call it 30 feet. You're about 30 feet away from these 2 beads as you see them kind of shift a little bit to the side the closer you get.
I'm sorry, what? The beads shift to the side?
Yep.
Oh, what the fuck?
One of the lists. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong.
Polar bear's revenge.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'll get a little closer. Keep going. 'Cause I think afterward he just like rubbed his eyes to see what the fuck happened. Like not knowing what happened and move forward.
Yeah.
As you make your way even closer, once again, roll me another stealth.
Oh god. You're out for me. No shit.
Oh!
Nice. Holy shit.
Great shit, man. Great shit.
You get another.
All the rolls.
You're about 20 feet now. You've gained 10 additional feet, and these 2 glowing lights shift again and make kind of a sound as you. 1 second here. And make kind of a sound as you approach even closer. Kind of sounds. Hopefully this works. There. Can you hear that?
Hear what?
You didn't hear any of that?
I hear the music.
My microphone is too good sometimes. 1 second. Hold on. I gotta have to say something so you guys can hear it in the background. So you hear this sound. As you get closer, that's the sound you hear.
Didn't hear
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Is it like a high pitched high or something?
It's like a quack, 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 quack.
Oh, okay.
What?
My microphone has a built-in noise canceling thing, so it only focuses on my voice. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that might be the
I
thing,
work
yeah.
with what I got.
Yeah, so do I get a clear view at what this is or no? Or that's all
I've
I
given
hear?
you your clear view. You have 2 beads of light that seem to shift the closer you get to it. And by shift, like it kind of goes to the side and then another side.
Yeah, I think, after not knowing what the fuck that is, I think he's just gonna dip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, deuces, and
Yeah.
All right.
starts and heads back to the party.
Okay. You peel away and begin heading back up the hill. You get to a shell in the ground that has about 1 inch of snow on top of it.
Faru, as I wipe some of the snow off his shell.
I'm in a bonus action, pop out of my shell. Like, what do you want? What? Did you find anything?
Well, no dinner, sadly. As you can see, I don't have anything with me. But I found these weird, strange beads in the moonlight that were shifting around. It kind of looked like they were dancing.
Faru's going to like channel his divinity. I don't know if this is a good idea, but he's going to channel his divinity and get one expended spell slot, I believe, of whatever level he chooses, I believe.
Okay.
Correct? And he's going to touch Apto's body, and he's going to be like, "Son, we will be safe." And then, he's going to hit him with Cure Wounds.
Oh yeah, I did take it then, didn't I?
Yeah. Let me do that. I can only do this once a day, or at least once a
Rest.
boop, and then yeah.
So
Oh my God! Wait.
it didn't go through. Oh, you have to select the spell level.
Oh, it told me like nothing. So
Yeah, go back to the spell. It'll say what spell level it is, and you got to select the spell level. It'll be like under your character sheet or something. Like the window itself. A window would have popped up that says.
Yeah,
spell level.
nothing's popped up. So
Okay, then just roll it manually if you have to.
yeah, Cure Wounds level 3. Oh, what's that? What was you? So what is that? 1d. So, yeah, hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability. So that's no effect. Yeah, so 1d8. What? 1d8 plus spellcasting ability is 5.
All right, so while you figure that out, I don't want to spend some dead air here.
That's 9 hit points.
9 hit points, beautiful. So Apto, gain 9 hit points. So as he kind of graces you with the heal, Apto, what do you want to do?
I'll just thank him and go inside the cave.
Go with formats.
Yeah, that's a neat trick.
Yeah.
That's a neat trick. Maybe you can teach me one day.
Maybe I could.
All right.
Yeah.
It's been about an hour since Apto has left. Inside the cave, the thin layer of ice has since thawed away, exposing actual hair and flesh. Although the core of this thawed victim would still be very much frozen, the skin on the outside is pliable at this point in time. And as the heat really kind of penetrates into frozen flesh, thawing it out, the cave itself begins to acquire an aroma.
I probably would have been startled awake by this aroma because I was sleeping by the campfire there. Oh God! Oh my God!
Go to bed.
Hey,
Go to bed.
hey, Sasano, can you not let it rip right in front of me, dude? Come on!
Oh man.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Everyone that's in the cave right now, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit! Oh!
Oh God.
Oh, 22.
no.
Oh yeah! Oh! Sano! Way to go!
Good.
I'll take 15,
You know,
I'll take it.
the smell itself, it's not horrible. However, you feel as if it's got the potential to get a lot worse.
You guys have to get rid of that thing. I'm trying to get my beauty rest here. This has got to go. This is absolutely got to go.
Why don't you help us then?
I am not touching that.
You said it right now it's partially thawed out now?
Like, if we were to represent it in some sort of imagery, imagine a hard-boiled egg. The shell is thawed. The rest of the egg is frozen still.
Okay. I agree. We need to get this thing out of here. As Glade's kind of like sitting there, like trying not to cough or gag from the smell.
Susano starts pondering what can be done. So you said it's still frozen to the ground, right, Frog?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the campfire's doing work, but it's not going to be an instant dethaw.
Glade, what do you think our options are?
At this
what?
point, it's either taking my hammer to it or your blade to break it up into smaller bits. Ugh, fuck the smell.
You think my blade would be able to sever it? It's still frozen.
I guess blade will kind of do kind of get over to like the other side of the bonfire without like stay like still hunched over so he's below the smoke. And I guess like he'll kind of like go to just check how firm it is to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you touch it. Like I said, the thin layer of flesh and hair that's exposed is pliable. But underneath it, it's like literally a frozen chicken. It's like the skin is squishy, but underneath it's solid.
You might be able to cut it, you might not. If I take my hammer to it, I'm just going to rip off the skin and skin off it before it starts to break. Bloody hell! He kind of like goes back away from it due to like the stench from it being that close.
Damn.
I guess I will give it a shot.
If it doesn't cut it, I'll take my hammer and try it.
Alright. Susano will try and cut off the, I guess. You said it's, like, so its hair is out and its flesh is out, but it's still frozen.
Yeah, the core.
I guess I'll try. Yep. I guess I'll give it a shot at cutting what flesh is there. So.
Sure. You take your. Oh my god. You take your blade. Are you giving like a whack, or you're literally like skinning?
I'm gonna give it a whack.
Okay. Any particular target? This thing's not moving, so you're not gonna miss.
So what? Is there a certain way it's facing the campfire? Like,
yeah, it's leaning
first,
up on its back against, so it's facing the campfire, but it's sitting on his ass, knees up, arms around his knees, and head kind of in the lap. You know what I mean?
Like a
okay, I'm going to take a shot at cutting off the legs.
At the knees?
At the knees.
Okay. Roll me an attack. Mainly for the power.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not swinging to hit. We're swinging for power. With a 9, your blade slams in, and you kind of hear as it sounds like ice cracking through a frozen meat patty.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ernest, you hear it loud and clear. As this is a very solid room, the sound tends to reverberate in here fairly decently.
I've just got my shirt, like over my nose and mouth, and I'm just like, just get rid of it already. Just get rid of it. I'm trying to sleep here.
Then why don't you burn it yourself?
What, you want me to cast a spell on this corpse?
Well, it seems like all you're doing is complaining, not helping.
I've done all my helping. I was the first one in here to search this. I found the body. You guys do the rest.
Whoa. Apto was the first one in. You were second.
That's a good point.
Look, arguing ain't gonna do it. We just need to get the damn thing out of it.
Glade, why don't you try smashing it with your hammer?
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
All right, what's your target,
Glade
Glade?
will- I'm going for like the midsection just above like the hip and waist area.
Like sideways, like knocking it off of the wall kind of thing?
Yeah, like
All right.
sitting there like taking this hammer, swinging it like a baseball bat, kind of like so
Yep.
the hammer hits it right there.
100%. Swing.
And then okay,
Don't put it in the fridge. You'll
Oh my God.
it'll get too thick in the
yeah, 19.
As you whip your hammer, this mighty arc, go! So everything within any. All right. So on the impact site, any kind of debris or any kind of fucking A, what's the word I'm looking for? Where the hammer hits a 3-inch circumference around and in shatters, goes and literally kind of like, I don't know if you've actually hammered ice before. It tends to kind of eject like a miniature explosion. Roll damage out of curiosity.
Okay, give me a sec.
Okay.
5 bludgeoning and 2 fire.
Perfect. The stuff that gets ejected, that 3-inch little circumference we were talking about, has this red, like frozen jello-y kind of a texture to it as it just ejects and just erupts towards this side of the room. And all just for reference here and flavor. So as it erupts, it literally just shoots kind of like across the room in this general direction. The body itself it slides to the left under the force as it seems to have been knocked free from the ground and wall. However, this thing still maintains its structure. Minus the big fucking gaping hole in the side of it. In fact, as you slam it in the side, under where it was wearing some sort of articles of clothing on the edge there, on the side, it seems as if the 3-inch gap that exploded ejected this miniature black book.
Wow.
Damn, Glee.
Yeah, I guess at least the thing's loose. As like he kind of trying to hunched over so his head isn't in the smoke insulation.
Okay.
And all that. I guess he'll kind of notice the book kind of laying there, and he'll seeing how he'll kind of pick up the book. Is the book just still like frozen hard like the body was, or?
I mean, it was on the surface, just under the clothing, so it has a semi-thaw appeal to it. It's still very frail, but it does seem to flex, so it is openable.
Okay. Yeah. I guess Glade will kind of do a half turn and say, "Ernest, here, make it." And then he'll kind of toss the book over to Ernest. Go. I guess yeah. Whether Ernest is paying attention or not, he's tossing the book at Ernest. Whether it hits him in the back, so it depends on which way he's facing.
No, I'm paying attention. I tried to catch it.
All right,
Yeah.
you catch it. I mean, it's right next to you. You know, it's not that hard.
Go through this while I finish up this damn body so we can look it out here in two maybe 3 halves. As he'll kind of turn around and to try to break the body into like 2 halves so we can get it out. Because I'm assuming like we can't just pick it up and get it out.
You assume correctly. It seems like ice doesn't think thin all that often.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I'm going to kind of turn around to take another swing at this body to again like break it up so we can just get it out.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of time, I'm gonna say you start going to fucking town on this thing, smacking it at what you feel, because you're a metal worker. You know the laws of alloys and stuff. You know that ice can do certain effects to metals, so it's probably going to be a little bit more frail if I smack my hammer here and knock off at the elbow and knock off at the neck, and you just start seeing chunks of ice, of human ice, just flying in random locations in this corner. Eventually, you get the corpse in a position to be removed piece by piece.
Yeah. Son of... Come here. Let's get this fucking thing out.
All right.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Don't worry, we're coming to the guys outside in a minute. We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I guess. Glade will set his hammer down and kind of. I guess if possible? I don't know, like how, or the chunks like big chunks where they're still like only carry one chunk at a time out, or can we like tuck one under each arm and carry them out?
I mean, that, or you can treat them like the logs, you know? I mean, however you wish to do it, but it's a think thin scenario.
Yeah, no, that's what I was waiting to check. It was like how if
It's in pieces. So however you wish to get rid of it, he fits now.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'll try to get Sano to help me get it out.
All right, so let's just say you smashing in the pieces takes 10 to 15 minutes to get everything in a position to slide out. Ernest, as you hold on to this little black book, you hear the sounds of metal hitting ice. As you look up, you see Glade just fucking going to town as if it was whack-a-mole. Sasano just standing there watching eagerly. You hold this cold book in your hand. The frays of it are still icy, but still malleable and openable.
I would like to just take a look at it and see if is there any latches on this book?
Nope. It seems to be open form concept. There is like this golden writing on the ends, on the spine as well as the front of it.
I'd like to read that first.
Sure. The title, if we were to call it, a title, that is, it says. I actually have it written down here. My Diary of Finding the Lost Expedition.
Zoe. Yes.
That's what it says in the front.
Okay.
And that's in common tongue.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and...
I'd offer you to read the spine, but it's been smashed a little bit and not legible.
Okay, so I've never done this before. How would I, like, try to see if this seems like it's magic in any way? Like, what is... I don't know how to word the question.
So, out of character. So what you're saying is, do you want to see if the book is magical?
Yeah, like if it's trapped, perhaps. Maybe it's...
Well, those are all different questions. So as far as
Okay.
to answer your first question, you would use an Arcana check to see if it registers, if you're proficient with Arcana, or you can use a Detect Magic spell if you have one available or someone. Those are kind of the two primary ways to inherently see if something's magical. As far as trapped goes, rogues are pretty proficient in searching for traps. You can probably check with an investigation. I'd give it to you if you have a decent roll to see if it's a trapped book. But, outside of that, it's all about creativity.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll roll an Arcana here. I'm gonna like get a feel for it and kind of see if I feel any maybe energy coming off of it in any kind of way. And
sure, go ahead and roll your Arcana.
A 9.
With a 9, you run your thumb across the spine. You kind of feel the material. You bend it a little bit here. It does feel a little slightly frozen and frail, but you kind of bring it up to your nose. You sniff it. You kind of just making sure that it's safe, I guess. Nothing inherently magical comes to your mind. You don't remember reading about a little black book about some dude and some lost expedition. Nothing really comes to your memory banks with that. So Arcana check is not necessarily do I feel an energy. It's more of do I know of what I'm staring at. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll proceed to open it as I'm like kind of feeling it, and I'll just pop open the front cover.
The front cover. Absolutely. And a good DM would actually have this proactively opened already.
It's fine, Frog. You're right. You're right. And by the way, your dreads are looking fucking stylish as shit.
Thanks, man. The lady is working on them as we speak. You probably see that though.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she's kicking ass, man. So, as you open up the book, You see day one, Stoutman's story, and like kind of sign Stoutman. Stomund is what I meant to say. Stomund. Chapter 1, or day 1, Stoneman's journey. I left Brecca today with excitement in my eyes. Caught a ride from a nearby trader heading south. Crossing this desert is agony, hot, but I must bear down because I know where I'm going. It'll be the complete opposite soon enough. End of the page.
Okay.
You flipping the page?
I am. Yeah, so I'll do this. I'll say to the party, I'll say, see, look, I am helping out. Let me take a look at this, and I'll read it while you guys get rid of that body. And then
Blade will just kind of glance over and throw a chunk of what he has over at Ernest in response.
Oh god.
Awesome.
Stormund?
Oh, whoa.
Where's his name?
So you see you're chucking the pieces out?
Yeah, I'm taking the piece. It was like a little small piece. I'm just chucking at Ernest, is all, as he says that.
Gotcha. So you passively read Ernest, and we can come back to that story if you want me to, and that's perfectly fine. We can do that. But in the meantime, here, Glade and Sasano, I assume at this point in time you're chucking pieces down this corridor, or are you dragging it out manually?
I'm gonna drag it out manually because I feel it would be disrespectful and upset Faru.
Okay. Faru and Apto, at this point you had just healed Apto, as all that shit that's happened has happened during the course of the hunting and all that jazz. So you just casted your heal on Apto as you hear Sasano kind of shimmying out under his armpits and hands. He seems to be carrying these frozen chunks of red balls.
So, do I perceive this? So, alright. So, I'm gonna look up. I feel like, what do you have there? Like, is that a creature? Like some sort of like a bear or something, like some badger or something in the cave? Is that what you found?
No, this was a body. We tried, it was frozen. We tried burning it to try and thaw it out. But it backfired on us. It started to burn and create a stench. Very foul. So Glade took his hammer and decided to smash it. And I'm just carrying it out. And I was wondering if you would give it a burial, maybe.
He looks at his companion and a very death stare, laser eyes, from him to the guy. He's like, I can give them a sort of burial, but you should have never broke them apart. It's disrespectful to the life of us. And so he, sort of old man disapproval, that sort of thing. And but he's not gonna attack you or anything. So he's like, he's upset. So he's gonna look at the chunks that you have, and he's gonna try and bury them in the ground.
I guess about that time, Glade's walking out with some more, and he's going to just kind of
Oh my god!
drop them there, just drop them drop them on the ground, and then turn around just to go back in and get the rest.
Yeah. Tyler's like, you have desecrated this life. So anyway, yeah, he's not happy, but he'll bury them and give them a proper passage, with fun.
Fair enough.
He's not happy at all. They're coming up with chunks of the same person. He's
you try putting them back together.
Yeah, not he's like, I can't do with it. You've desecrated this body, as opposed to yeah. But he's trying to let them feel his party. I'll bury this person. They have they'll go to Fomas, but he's mad. He's angry. Yeah.
Yes,
So during the course of this interaction, remember, it's
fuck you.
nighttime at this point. It's very much nighttime at this point, and the surrounding area, there's no crickets or whatnot because of the terrain that you're in, the tundra. However, you all would hear the faint echo of a kind of echoing through the mountainside.
Oh shit!
There seem to be packs of wolves coming up on us. I'm looking at the person that's like close to me. Like, do you think we should be defending ourselves? I should be fine, but I don't know about our companions.
I think if you're fine, I think we should get back in the cave and have someone prop up. Well, not prop up, but stand watch in the entrance of the cave. And if one does come in, we'll be able to sound the alarm.
I can do that. I can defend all of you. You're my friends. You're my companions. I would defend. And then, like he pops out of his shell, like, gets his shield, like he's got he's ready, like with his warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Haru is.
All right. So everyone else is going inside, or what?
Yeah,
I think
Blade just dropped those parts and turned to walk in.
Okay. Before Susanoo leaves, he will apologize to Faru. Faru, we did not mean to desecrate the body. There was 3 options. One, it is to leave it unburied in an improper burial, and I did not think that was right. The other option was smashing it right there and then. Or our third option was trying to thaw it out, which I thought it would work. But it did not. I do apologize.
Yeah, he puts his his paw, like his claws, on the shoulder, like he's like, "Don't worry, son. It's okay, but I'm not very angry at you. Just we can do this later. Don't worry." Like he pats you, like he goes back to his defensive position, like with maybe the howls of the wolves outside.
Yeah.
Go! Defend yourself. Like, go back in the cave. Yeah, be safe.
Susanoo
You guys
then
hear a pack of
walk
wolves.
in the cave.
I hear dinner.
Yeah,
You and what sword?
Blade doesn't have dark vision, so he ain't fucking with it.
I have a bow. I have claws.
So,
Well,
Abto,
okay.
do you guys go back inside except for Faru?
I think I'll stay with Peru.
Okay. As you two chill on the outside, I assume here the intentions for a long rest?
Yes, that's the intention. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no spells.
Fantastic.
I'll just chill and talk with Peru for a little bit before going back inside the cave.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, cool. So let's just go back inside Ernest. So right quick, as everyone's outside, you hear kind of talking. You're alone in this cave at the moment. Just you, the cold floor, a little black book, and a campfire. And a frozen bag. And some bits and pieces of the frozen dude.
I would. So the first thing I do would be to just make sure no one's looking. I would just scoop up those little bits of that was remaining.
Yep,
And I would
these
put
are like
them-
little tiny trunks. Yeah.
And I would put them in the fire.
Okay.
Just don't want people to know that I actually didn't have a problem with moving the body. I just was being lazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
we caught that.
So
Yeah, we got it.
but also I just was also disgusted by it, so I'm not going to just sit in it by myself. But so that's the first thing I would do, is just kind of like pick up the chunks and throw them in the fire. The next thing I would do would be, seeing that the pack was still kind of frozen, I would just kind of set it a little bit closer to the fire, but, so it could get, thawed faster.
That's fine.
And then I guess I would my journal entry, I would write that in my personal book. And And then I would begin to. What I would do is start copying the diary into my book. But then, wherever it would say Stormund, I would just replace it with Ernest.
Okay. First things first. So, how much time are you contributing to copying into this book? In this one situation.
I would be doing this until there were signs of someone coming back in. So whether that's like 2 minutes, if I just start writing and then someone comes in, I would just stop what I was doing.
I'm going to go ahead and say they were probably talking outside for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes of time. So you toss in these chunks. And when I say chunks of meat, we're talking like golf ball sizes, you know, small little fragments, maybe a piece of skull or something. So you have 10 minutes to copy. I'm going to say in 10 minutes, because this is your thing, you can fucking write. Roll me a performance check so we can get an official action on that. With a 10, it's subtle, it's legible, it's fairly quick. I'm going to say you're able to get partial of chapter 2 or day 2. So in day 2, he discusses, at least the part that you're able to copy, this Stormund has crept into the border of the northern Brain Forest, where him and the merchant that he's tagging along with, after discussing about why he's heading south a little bit, about lost treasure or something like that, this massive green tentacled creature winds up scooping up this merchant and kicking over the cart that they were sharing a ride on. As Stormund was running away, presumably in the same direction that he needs to go, he remembers looking back briefly and seeing this man dropped from tentacle into mouth of this green creature, this big green creature. And that's the part that you start hearing people coming into the cave.
Okay.
So as you guys, Sasano and Glade, you come in, you see kind of Ernest kind of putting a book down and whatnot. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess Susano is gonna go towards the campfire, sit down, check to see how thawed the backpack is, and then begin to sharpen his blade again, since he decided to think it was a smart idea of trying to chop ice with it.
The backpack is still fairly frozen, although it's thawing little by little. But as you sit in front of the fire, you hear... I don't know if you can hear me saying that because my microphone's probably not picking it up, but you hear like the sound of hissing coming out of something frozen. Yeah, my microphone is fucking awesome. It's too good. Sorry if you can't hear sound effects and stuff. But yeah, man. So you start to hear, and then you start to smell what smells like cooking meat. You know, it smells like fucking bacon or something. You know.
Susano's head immediately turns to Ernest. What did you put in the fire?
Nothing. I've been here writing in my journal for my mentor.
Lie to me.
I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. I've been just sitting in here writing in my journal.
He has no lie. He's not lying.
About that time, I guess Glade's kind of walking up behind him because he was behind Sasano. It's like, what smells like cooking meat? As he kind of like goes to the campfire, kind of hunched over.
Oh, you know what I think may have happened? I think maybe when you guys were trying to carry out all those pieces at once, maybe you guys dropped one in the fire.
We weren't by the fire.
23. Oh god.
Glade kind of just goes and kind of like looks at him like, seriously?
What is this reroll deception check?
No shit, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with it. So, 23. All right, give me a sec. I'll willingly roll this. Hold on. I guess it'd be what, insight to it, or would it just
If
be
you're trying to
base charisma?
see that Antanna's like lying to you or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a common hold on
I'm
before you
willing to play
go.
with
Hold on.
It
Hold on.
would be inside.
1 second. Well, it not necessarily would be insight. Yes, we would use an insight here, but also understand what insight is. Insight is not a mind read ability, right? Insight
Okay.
picks up on quirks and you blink twice
Oh,
or
okay.
you seem stiff when you say
Gotcha.
that. You know, it's not a mind reading capability. But yes,
Yeah.
in insight, you could absolutely roll one.
Okay. No, it's I was just kind of curious. Yeah, sure, I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Let's
Nope.
see what we got.
So I mean,
Oh my god.
as far as you're concerned, you know, as you were looking over at Anatanda, trying to pick up on like ticks or, you know, he seems to be fucking earnest. You know, nothing strikes you as abnormal with the conversation.
Glade kind of just like shakes his head like, so, it's been a long day. Just like whatever. It's shakes his head and ignores it. And, I assume the smoke's still like kind of sitting up in the ceiling, like to where we have to be hunched over to not be inhaling smoke still.
Yeah, it's still as long as this fire's going, it's going to be that situation.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Easy enough then. Yeah. No. Yeah. Glade will just kind of look around, like I hunched over for a spot to kind of sit and I guess rest for the night.
Same.
Okay. Apto and Faru, as you guys kind of chit-chatting it up, a smell of cooked meat seems to be emanating from the cave.
Yeah.
I'll ask since I was away. What did you guys find for dinner? I'm at.
Ernest.
Are you asking like Atto, Farouk? Because he can't go through the cave. So.
Yeah, I'm asking for Rue. You know, maybe he would have seen someone come back with something.
Well, you were standing next to him the whole time.
Yeah, I was.
Couldn't have
I
brought one out of the
haven't
way.
found shit.
And then I'll yell inside and ask him the same thing.
Susano will shout back, ask Ernest.
Yeah.
He's like, Ernest, what was it?
Well, I told them that they probably accidentally dropped a piece of that thing in the fire. Don't tell Faru. It probably would make him very uncomfortable.
You're yelling this back.
Susano will quickly. Is Apto in the cave asking,
No,
or is he?
I'm chilling with Faru outside.
Yeah, he's outside with Farouk.
And I'm by the fire. Susano will just shut his mouth and just shake his head.
Good stuff.
I think I'll just ignore it then. And figure it out later.
Okay.
Or while he's chatting with Faru. I guess helping him with find a suitable spot for the body and stuff.
Okay. Fantastic. And with relative ease, you and Faru are able to push down the hill a tiny bit, find a suitable place next to some tree lines and a frozen little pond, or at least some sort of collection of water. And you're able to do your burial types of situations. As you two come back. Okay, so you guys are going to have to take these long rests now at this point. I need you guys to tell me who's on first detail and who's on second detail.
I'll chill outside for a few hours with Rue keeping watch before going back inside to finally get some rest.
I'll be second detail.
I guess Susano will take the second watch, considering he's a little beat up right now.
Okay, just remember your places on these watches, all right, guys? So, since everyone on the inside of the cave, who's on the inside of the cave that's currently going to bed? I'm assuming Ernest.
Me.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Okay, and Sasano sleeping for a shift.
Taking second shift, so yeah.
Okay. Sweet. And then Glade, you're sleeping now too, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So 3 in the cave are in, the 2 on the outside that are digging and fucking burying, which takes, let's say, about 45 minutes to do it thoroughly. As you two make your way back towards the cave, you can see the light from the fire kind of shining through the crack, right? And it's still snowing on the outside. As you make your way up, Faru and Apto, give me a perception check, please. I love you. Faru.
Yep, got
There
it.
you go.
Here we go.
Beautiful. Faru, you, being one with nature and kind of know what to look for here out in the wilds, above the crack, you see like breath that seems to radiate with the smoke that comes out of the top crack itself. The smoke itself is kind of obscuring it, but you definitely see a separate, this little puff cloud. And then you start to hear, I don't know if you guys can hear me make that noise because of my microphone. Did you hear it?
We can.
We
Yeah,
heard you loud
yeah.
and clear.
All right, beautiful. As you kind of hear that sound, and then pushing through that little tuft of smoke, the one that smells like bacon, you'll see the head of, and you know what? I'll just show you a picture. How about that?
Catch me
Show me
outside.
potato
How about
salad.
that? Potato salad. You like potato salad?
I love potato salad. I wish I could fucking eat it. Images. I will place. Hold on here.
What do I see? So I see. What?
You're gonna see something in about 2 seconds here. 1 second.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Way to
it's
go.
cool.
Way to go, Ernest.
No, we're good. Like a fucking bullshit.
It's a
wolf.
poppers!
And,
No.
and it's
That's
going
the
to jump off of the top of the cave directly in front of you and Apto with its back to the crack. And
Yeah, it's fine.
that's where we're going to take our 10-minute break, guys.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Way to go,
I
Ernest.
mean,
Wait, what did I do?
yeah.
What did I do?
Like, no, like it makes sense.
You know damn well what you did.
So let's call
Frog,
it.
920?
Frog, it's been a great time. I love this. I really do.
Okay.
So like
It's not just about combat, right? You cherish the little things. Something as simple as breaking up an iced body. You know what I mean? It adds flavor. But yeah, let's be back at 9:20, guys. And then we'll see what happens and just see if you guys get eaten.
All right. Great job so far, guys.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sleeping.
Ew.
You guys handle it.
Here you are.
Motherfucker, I'll wake your ass up with the damn hammer. I'll play putt-putt with this damn hammer with you.
Don't do
Hey, I'll show you what this sword does to David Hasselhoof?
He's probably dead.
Well, he's gonna be double dead.
Oh man.
Poor old Hasselhoof.
Poor
Man.
old Hasselhoof.
This is the second session in a row where we just do mostly RP, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah?
Like the first one was 2 hours of eating cock, and
It is what it is. But now we battle.
Ooh. Very sorry, I'm back. Hello. Oh, are we still going? Kuza? Hey, Glade? Right. Whatever. All right. Cool. It's fine. Yeah. No, cool. Huh. Okay, so yeah. Ooh. What we got? What? What we got? Yeah. Good. Brendo. No, like what is it? Yeah. Thomas and his wife. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm back. Hey ho, hi ho.
Yellow.
Hello. Sorry.
Hello there.
Hello there. I'm not trying to, fuck up again. So here we go. Oh man, I have like very little notes on session 11. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on in the cave. You guys start like popping out like meat pieces. I'm like, ooh, what's going on here? That sort of thing.
I mean, at the moment, my thought process is going, sniff, sniff. Is that bacon bits?
Yeah, shit, right? We windy food, man. Like we're in the fucking
No,
winter time.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Bacon
cameras.
strips. Alright.
Bacon strips, yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
man, like your beard is amazing. Like no shit, like I've been trying to like grow this shit for like years. Like I've been growing my beard and like
Yeah. This is it's actually finally almost back to the full length I had it at. Prior to this, so like if I do try to do a full grip, I'm still 2 fingers short of a full fist.
Yeah.
But I had I say recently about I think in this actually probably about early mid-December, I had it to where I had a full grip and then some below. But a lot of it, like the undergrowth, was longer than what was up front if I combed it straight down. Yeah. So I sat there and trimmed it all. So like if I have everything like pulled down straight, it's the same even length all the way from the front to the back. Basically just leveling it out and all this stuff. And I've been just letting it regrow back out. Because when I did that, I virtually like cut off half my beard to get it all nice and leveled and cleaned up.
Yeah.
I've been just letting it kind of grow back out. This is about 2 months, or I say 2 months. 2 months worth of growth is about half of this length on me.
Yeah. So like the thing that I have, like my mustache, it grows far longer than my goatee or beard or whatever.
Oh.
So like my mustache is like like I can like evil my way like you're like like.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I can like handheld my fucking. Go ahead.
My issue is like coming right here, where it's like right at the corner of my lips and the top of my chin, and all stuff. My facial hair does not grow there, so I can't do like an actual goatee. Is my facial hair does not grow to connect a mustache and my beard, which is slightly tilting to me because that's one of the things. It's like, eh.
Yeah,
I
understand.
For a while, I tried doing a goatee without that connection there and having be separate between my mustache and like a goatee beard. And it's like it just didn't look right, and like I can't do this, so I just gave up and just started growing everything out.
Yeah, I felt like you're growing like a hobo, sort of like you're on the street like people like it's all like everywhere. My mustache like it grows quite a bit like. It's fucking stupid. Like my mustache, I could like take my hands and be like, wow, that sort of thing. Like give it a number of months, and that's when my mustache grows. But like my beard, like my chin and my cheeks, they don't grow nearly as much as my mustache does, and it's so weird. It's so very weird. Anyway, all right. So like, I'm trying to think. Like, are we gonna like get hit by wolves? It's not. That's not too bad, right? I'm so glad that I used my channel divinity to like help my bro on the other side of what we're doing. That's all I can do before I long rest. So I'm glad I saved that, till now, because like that could have been like really bad. When it comes to like hit points to like what the fuck's going on in the game. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having. We get. I see the map. We got some fucking pine trees. We got the fucking snow going everywhere. Yeah, it's great. This music is like this is Pillars of Eternity Part 1. Yeah.
What up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, Apto? How you doing?
Chillin'.
So
Getting
like,
ready to hunt down our dinner.
yeah, no shit, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already throwing out into like the chat for Frog later to see. It's just like session's name. Sniff, sniff. Is that bacon strips?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that
Let me see, like,
Is that bacon strips?
yeah, bacon strips? Bacon! I mean, my dog is like, he's straight up bacon strips, yeah.
Yeah, and I made sure to have it spelled like the actual trait is.
Right on.
Beggins? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's spelled like the dog treat.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed.
Yeah.
So I really want to ask, like, how many hours have passed? Did we get our 4 hours, or is it still?
I have no clue. Probably not.
It's up to
still
Frog,
first
right?
watch.
Yeah, first watch, yeah.
This is still first watch, so we're not even getting like probably a full 4.
I don't think it's been an hour yet, because
Yeah.
Because we just came back from burying the chunks.
Yeah.
Out of all of it, if you guys can hear me, out of all of it, the only person that would gain any benefits of anything at this point, it would be actually no, because it took them I said it took about 45 minutes for them to go out and bury. So the 3 guys that are in the cave, I will give you a short rest. You did not qualify for anything more than that.
Okay.
Where's still learning this stuff?
I don't have my armor on. Because I never went back inside. It's okay, I have my bow, I have my claws, and I have my good friend Faru.
Green, yeah.
Faru, I need you to tank these wolves for me.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm ready for it.
With the short rest, we can recover some health back, right, guys?
You get to
yes,
use hit dice.
Hit dice. So
2 hit dice?
Use my hit dice.
However many you have.
Let me rephrase that. You get to use however many you want to use. That you have access to.
I have 3 hit dice total, so I'm going to use 2.
I'll grab the hit dice.
And don't forget to mark them.
7. Oh.
So I'm down to
great.
1 hit dice, and I gain 18 life back.
I have all of my health back with the 7 hit dice, so.
Turtles don't know it's not big. Get on too.
Yeah, Faru is like, he's hanging on so nice. I thought I gave somebody. Yeah, I helped. They're helping. We're good.
Sorry, I'm back.
No, it's cool.
You're sorry that you're back?
Yeah, actually, I gotta quit the table.
No.
Oh shit! Oh god, no! God, no! Please
All
don't.
right. First you got to flip your table right now. Whatever table
There you go.
you're on right now, just flip it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That doesn't look like moonlight. Sorry, I'm playing while you guys are on break.
Big white dog.
It's just a dog.
Yeah, get fucked.
Should we roll initiation?
Yeah, you guys can absolutely get yourself your initiation is going, sure, or initiatives. Ooh, pardon me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, initiative.
I think I'm cursed with initiative. Oh, okay, I'm not.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
At least I'm not for root.
Yeah, get fucked. Yeah. So I got that was
Does that lighting make it feel like it's nighttime with a little bit of moonlight shining through the snow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. It looks good. It looks
Look
sexy.
at our characters. They get shadows and shit. Look at that.
Yeah. So with my, of course, my critical fail. What's my initiative in the game? Or
1.
the initiative value is oh my god, how does it work again?
Okay, so you open your character menu, like you have it on right now.
Got it.
Right. Where it says, do you have a bonus initiative? No, right? Because you rolled a natural.
No, I have a critical
Right.
fail. Yeah.
So you turn the 100 to what you rolled, which would be
And then 1, yeah.
yeah, and then that's it.
And then enter? Yeah, okay, cool. I'll just...
It should be.
Alright,
Let me check though. I'll check.
apologies, Frog. I'm still learning a bit.
It's okay. We're about to get started here in about 30 seconds. So whatever you're doing, wrap it up.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Access. Okay, there you go. See, it's you need to swap the 100 to 1.
I did that. Like, the initiative value is 100 to 1. Yeah.
It won't
Yeah, so-
show on our end.
Yeah, it won't show. on our end.
Oh.
And so-
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so like I got 1.
3, 14, 1. Nice.
I mean, I see initiative value 14 on what was it, Susano?
Yeah, I think it's like a time thing.
Ah.
Gotcha.
Make sure that
I
it's,
changed
you also
mine.
have. Yeah. Make sure you also have initiative include turned on.
Include.
Yeah, it's red. Yeah, you're on. It's good.
It should be fine, right? So like it's just come on. I'm last.
All right, you guys ready to do this?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Yeah.
Allegedly.
You can just leave your tokens on the side for now. That's fine. I put them here on
Wait.
purpose.
Are we actually this close to the wolf though?
Oh yeah, the thing jumped right.
Oh, yeah, man.
You're so. Let's recap the scene. You guys have been away from the cave for about 45 minutes as you burial, do the whole thing by the frozen little pond. You come back up, and through that smoke that's emanating out of the cave, in the moonlight, you kind of see this little puffing of breath behind the smoke, and then it kind of pushes its head through the smoke, revealing the face of this creature as it dives down. When it dives down, it actually hits the ground with a solid thud. Boom. And as it kind of straightens its legs up, this creature, from paw to shoulder, is taller than you.
Oh.
Ooh.
This is a really beautiful, big, mean, white wolf. You know what? I will give you... Actually, Mr. Nature Boy, Faru. I'm going to give you a free roll on something real quick. I want you to roll me a free nature check, please, because you would inherently notice certain things.
Check nature. Oh.
Except it might be a little too dark for you to notice tonight.
Oh. Man.
As you guys stare at this thing, you see as it's opening its mouth, there seems to be a little bit of a glow coming from inside of its mouth as this steam or this breath just kind of emanates from its snout. Rolling initiative in 3, 2, 1. Is everybody present?
I should not be. I just realized that it wasn't.
No. For the people that are in initiative order, it's okay. Put yourself in initiative. There's a reason why I want you guys there.
Okay.
11.
So I'll update.
Yeah, no,
let me know.
I'm there then.
You're there? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, beautiful. Okay, guys, so, Sasano, perception check. At disadvantage because you're trying to sleep. Or practically, possibly asleep at this point.
Yeah.
Looking for a 15. You hear da-dum, coming from outside the cave. Remember the previous design. So the little notchway to get in the cave is about 15 foot long, and it is a very tight squeeze.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, guys, wake up! Wake up! I think they have company outside.
Like a free action, right?
Is the dog big enough to fit into the cave?
Well, who's asking me that?
Susano,
Susano, I am not going to answer that because you probably don't even know there's a dog out there. I only indicated that you heard the growling.
Okay, Susano will make it, or start walking, or start penguins walking, I would say, through the cave entrance to see if you could see what's going on outside.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long as this creature is kind of in the line of sight of the cave. So you get like 5 to 10 feet. You're like halfway through the crevice, and you could see with the moonlight cresting, the tail of this dog is kind of like up in the air. Fur is kind of like, really standing up right now. I mean, shit, you could even see its cinnamon ring from where you are. You know what I mean? So, and it's a pretty tall butthole, and a big set of balls.
Okay.
Great death.
Am I able to sneak up on it? Would I do a stealth
This is
roll?
going to be difficult terrain in combat. You already moved 10 feet through, so you're 20 feet in. Plus, I know you were probably sleeping 5 feet away from the crevice. I would say you probably only have enough room to move under normal movement to probably get to the 5-foot indentation on the way out. So you'll need to dash to get out at this point, is what I'm saying. Mind you, also, what do you have on you right now? Like, what are you bringing with you outside?
Along with my katana and the chain shirt that's under my robe.
Okay, that'll fit, and as long as you hold the katana to your side as you make your, shimmy over.
I will dash.
Okay. Dashing, I'm going to give you a range of, let's just say 20 feet of movement starting from this location right here.
Okay. Okay.
Park myself right there,
Right.
along with my comrade.
As you kind of go under this dog's cinnamon ring and swing around from its legs, it hears you as the ear kind of goes and moves, kind of quickly yaps and bites in your general direction with an attack of opportunity, and just snaps at air. But when it snaps, you hear or you see bits of ice kind of shatter out of the mouth.
Oh my god. Guys, this is not good. It looks like it has ice things? I'm not too sure.
This is not good. I don't know what it is, but it sounds bad. Would that be your turn?
Yes.
The big white dog is going to take a big white bite out of the big green guy as it launches forward and take a massive yap towards you with a 17 to hit. Does not do it as you lift your shield up and this dog bites on the edge of your shield, and you get a really close look as this mouth is opened. In the back of the throat, there's this little blue light that seems to emanate, and as it breathes, you smell like just prey, eaten prey, but it's so cold on your face. And you push this creature back, as once again, this thing is taller than you. And that takes us to Ernest. I'm going to give you an advantage perception because Sasano did indicate that he was saying, guys, wake up. So go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage, please, Ernest.
A 10.
A 10. I'm looking for a 15, guys. I am sorry. As
no.
Ernest in true form rolls over.
Yeah, learn
Classic Ernie.
That brings us to Glade.
Yep,
Perception
give me a
check.
sec. I'm pulling it up on my end right now. I'm switching over.
No problem.
Perception.
And that's going to be with advantage again.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god.
killing me, Smalls.
Fucking Glade
Wow.
just
All that hammering.
Look, he's used to dealing with a forge, the fires roaring, the banging of metal. He sleeps through a lot. He
All that hammering
grew up
journey.
with a father. He grew up with a father who's a forge master. He sleeps like a rock.
awesome. Apto, you're up.
Like, I see dinner, guys. Get him. Oh crap! I'll move over here. That's 15 feet, I believe,
Let's do it.
and I'll shoot it with my short bow because I don't got anything on me.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna assume a 4 hits for 5.
You fly an arrow into the tree line behind the big white dog. And you hear... Actually, why don't you roll me a percentage dice, please?
Oh, how do I roll that here?
D100.
Is it a D100? Okay. 1D100. 81.
You inadvertently hear...
Oh shit! There's a whole pack of them.
Next up...
And then-
Oh, I'm sorry, after you done?
I'll just move another 15 feet.
All right.
And then
Faru, you're up.
He's like, you come. Homos is with us. So, yeah, he's gonna like try and smack this person with his mace. It is the wolf.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm going to smack the sauna with my mate. No, just kidding.
Yeah, boop.
17 to hit. Your mace slams into the thick pelt of this creature.
Oh, Homos is with us! And I slam my mace into like the fucking jaw of the
3,
wolf.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. Beautiful. The dog kind of gets pelted away a little bit.
Yeah.
Would that be your turn?
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, I have nothing else I can do.
All right. The yelp. After hearing the yelp, Apto. After hearing the yelp, Apto, protruding through the trees, reflecting inside from under the trees, you see something running, kind of running out on the side of Faru. And it seems to be another big white fucking dog. That
looks kind of
also,
blue to me.
you know what? Actually, this dog, who has an arrow sticking just out of the throat pelt, you see as it's charging up, this blue light begins to glow out of its mouth, and blows out a cold breath attack. I need a dexterity saving throw from Faru and Sasano.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, there goes those net 20s coming back to bite you in the butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Ignore that one. It's 10.
Wait,
going
why
on?
are we ignoring the first
Why do you
one?
want to ignore the first one?
Cause I didn't realize the second wolf was on and it was on advantage. Cause
No,
I
that's
used fighting-
no.
that's fine.
That would have been your first roll. So
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
you would have rolled.
Yeah,
first.
I usually roll the 2 dice anyway. It just gets rid of the... It kills the time between, all right, let me roll again. I always say just roll 2 dice. If there's ever an advantage, we'll take the highest. If there ever is a disadvantage, we'll take the lowest. And if it's ever a
Yeah.
regular roll, we'll take the one on the left.
I wanted to apologize. I was just trying to be fair. So
Oh no, you're good.
You're
You're,
right.
you're good. You're good. These are the seasoned vets saying this is how you save time. It's not a big deal. So yeah. So with a 21 and 11, it'll still stand. So with the 21, Sasano. Okay, I gotta roll. Don't freak out on my roll, guys.
I'm freaking
flick
out.
it out.
So bad. I'm freaking out. I'm like, man.
He
Sasano.
doesn't want us.
Sasano, you take 11 cold damage as Faru's mighty frame takes the brunt of this, and you're only getting a piece of it as he blocks most of it. Faru, you take 22 cold damage.
Wow. I have 1 hit point left.
The
1.
ice begins to form up on Faru's shell, and it kind of icicles out.
Yeah. I got hit hard. That's super.
Like, don't freak out, he says, as he nearly one-shots our turtle.
Sasana, you're up.
Okay.
Now, mind you,
Use
verbiage is a free action, but also remember, it can't be this huge paragraph.
Wait, is
Okay.
Faru's HP updating for you guys? Because it's not for me.
He probably doesn't know how to update his
Yeah.
token. You got to update your
Oh,
token.
sorry. No, I got it. Yep, I got it. We're good. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Where's my token? Oh, there it is. Yeah, got it. Boop, 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 boop. Wow. There. It won't go any lower than 10?
No, it did.
Never mind. Yeah, I see it. All right, we're good. We're on.
Okay.
Hey, you only took 22.
Yeah, just 22. It's fine. No, like I had 23 hit points left.
Oh, okay.
I haven't like rested yet. And that's why I wanted to rest. Like we didn't have any. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't know. I didn't realize.
Okay.
Okay,
Fighting spirit, and use
Sasana,
my
you're up.
last-
Fuck. Yeah, fuck.
Use my last fighting spirit. So I get the extra 5 armor. I am going to shout at Faru that there is a potion in my pocket of my robe and to grab it and run if he can. But I'm going to take a swing at the dog that's in front of him.
Get it.
Advantage, two-hand.
With a 20, your strike absolutely hits.
Damn.
Wow, 12 slashing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You cut through and you start to see a small red trickle that actually looks black in the moonlight as it drips onto the snow.
I can't do any more, so that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Big White Dog 1 will return the favor and attempt to bite you. Arf! With an 18 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Roll me a strength saving throw, please. Perfect. Absolutely. As this creature lunges and bites into your side, kind of pinches your flesh and belly area and attempts to pull you down, you kind of rip away and it tears a small hole in your clothing, leaving a bare exposed section where the cold gets into your skin, but it also rips a piece of your skin off for 16 piercing damage.
So there's 5, and then I'm down to 9.
Damn.
Alright.
I'm fucked.
Ernest.
You just had to cook that bacon.
Ernest, because you've attempted to already try, the DC for this is now a 10 at an advantage. You hear a commotion outside, Ernest, that doesn't sound too friendly, as you hear what sounds like an ice breath kind of just shattering over people. You get woken up and stirred.
So I know that I can tell there's absolutely a commotion going on
Oh,
outside.
100%.
I'm
That's what's
going
wrong.
to. All right. I'm going to. So, because I'm prone, I have to use half my movement speed to stand up, correct?
Correct.
Or okay, I'm gonna use half my movement speed to stand up, and I would like to use the other half of my movement speed to stomp out the fire.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give that to you.
And and then I'm going to
Go back to bed.
Yeah.
He's gonna roll over.
I'm
and-
gonna. God damn it! I would see Apto's stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Like in the. Who else? Does anybody else have any stuff in there? Am I seeing like who all left stuff in there? Is it just Apto's stuff?
Yeah, it's just that though.
Okay, I see Apto's stuff. I'm gonna begin to. So I'll sorry, not bonus action. I'll use my action. I'd like to use my action to pick up his stuff, and if I can move with that, or if I'm just standing there
Well,
with his
your
stuff for
token
my
was
turn.
dead center in the cave, next to the fire pit. So I would assume Aptu's stuff is leaning up against a wall, which,
Okay.
Against fire entrance.
in fairness, would take movement to get to, which you've used. I like the concept of using movement speed to do simple little things like picking up something or stomping a fire out. Like, I'm cool with that. I would say you could dash to get to his gear, but that would also take up your action slot, and I think throwing something would take an action. However, I can tell you this. Because of your placement in the cave, you were in the middle of the cave when you fell asleep, which is generally where this crevice is. You actually would have line of sight of a big hairy wolf ass.
Oh, okay. Well,
As long you see the red marking on
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so that grid straight is what your line of sight is.
Yeah, I regret not asking if I could see out of the cave. All right. I mean, I already said I was going to try and pick up. Apto's
No,
stuff.
this is a peculiar scenario. It's okay. This
Okay.
is strategy. I'm okay with strategy.
Well, then if I can see it, if I can, and I could definitely, because I have 120 feet of dark vision, so I could probably definitely see Faru standing in front of this thing.
And there's moonlight
As
outside,
well.
so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I would go ahead and at that point, if I saw someone getting attacked, I would try my best to sling an attack through the crevice
Get
to
it.
hit
Yep. Get it.
the dog.
Fireball up its ass.
Fireball. Everyone. No, just kidding.
Kaboom! I'm dead.
A chromatic orb for 18 to hit for
What
12.
Good
12
hit.
fire.
12
Gotcha.
fire. This creates the craziest burn on this wolf's grundle. It yelps and its tail goes down, its ass end goes down for a little bit. And you're for 12 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This dog did not like that one bit. Would that be your
And
turn?
then that's gonna be my turn.
All right, Glade. Advantage. Give me a 10, buddy.
I almost want to get under a 10. Perception, right?
Yes, please. Beautiful.
Damn it.
You hear Ernest stomping out a fire near you, and then he has to cast his ability, whoa, and it just kind of wakes you up. And as you wake up, you hear, whoa, which is the fireball kind of hitting the dog's ass.
What the hell is going on? As like he goes to stand up, and then kind of looks over at Ernest. What are you stomping out the fire for? And then, I mean that's. I don't really know what's going on exactly outside of like the wolf sound.
Remember, talking is also a free action, and Ernest can talk off of turn as well.
Okay. I would say, Faru's under attack outside. We need your help.
Yeah, Glade
Get
will
my sword.
Glade will ready his hammer, I guess, then go towards the entrance.
Okay. You were
For what I
next
can.
to Ernest, so I'm gonna say it takes you 5
Yep.
feet to get to the entrance, and then 15
Okay.
feet of difficult terrain. So, you
I
already
had-
used 5 feet.
30 feet. I had 30 feet of movement. I used half that to stand up.
Oh
Gives me
yeah.
a 15.
So you
Then
could
so I
probably
got
get
10
one
feet
notch.
left up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just have to use the dash to get out.
Okay. Your dash will place you. Well, first off, you have a shield on you.
No, I do not. I
Okay.
only have the hammer.
Good. Just making sure. All right. You come out right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come out and go, oh shit! Oh shit! And yeah, that'll be it. That's all she wrote.
Okay. Apto.
Alright, I will, do I have clear LOS right here with the wolf?
I mean,
White dog one?
are you looking at the same map I am?
Maybe.
Maybe. I think
Yes. It's a clear shot.
Alright. I'll shoot it with my short bow.
Get it.
Does a 13 hit for one?
13 absolutely kind of sinks in, and you just hear a thud as your arrow pinks it for one. It spins around to face Glade.
Yeah, I'll yell at Glade, tell Ernest to get my great sword. And then I'll move a little bit more here. And then that's it.
All right. Farouk.
Oh my god. I'm going to go in shell defense. That is an action. So that I can't use my shield. So like I'm from 17 natural, so 18 next 20, 21 armor.
Yep.
And I'm gonna like just defend myself with a disadvantage to dexterity saving throws.
Absolutely. That is perfectly A-okay.
I'm gonna try. I gotta survive.
would that be your turn?
I can't do anything. I don't have any spells. I have nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. And you are effectively prone in shell form, correct?
I believe so, but the way it works with shell defense is.
I'm a turtle player. You're prone.
So, sorry. No, cool. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah,
sorry.
turtle's what I usually play too. So yeah, rock on. So you're prone, but you have 21 AC. That's fantastic.
Yeah, 21. Yes.
All right, that takes us to the top of the round, where big dog number 2. Does he recharge his cold breath? He does not recharge his cold breath.
Oh
As he
God!
as he takes his paw and starts scratching onto your shell, and then tries to kind of crush with it on his mouth, which would be an advantage bite attack.
Oh my God!
A 15 doesn't do it. As you just hear, well, inside your shell, you hear the grinding of teeth.
Yeah.
Scratching on your shell. And Sasano, you would see this dog trying to just crush into a turtle shell. Which takes us to Sasano, you're up.
Okay.
Some crazy shit. Oh man, I'm having fun. Oh my God!
It would take an action to throw a potion, correct?
To throw a potion? Yes.
Yes, like
to
if I was
wield
to
it and
throw a
throw it,
potion.
sure. I that will take an action. If it was on your belt, I'm willing to make an argument, and I'll let you use a bonus action because it's on a speed dial. I'm willing to work with that, but no.
I'm not gonna say it's on my belt. I'm gonna say it's in my pocket.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna. Okay. Since the dog turned to face Glade, would I have advantage on it?
No, not at all. I would say, I would give you a +1 to attack because it's larger, and he is on a flank. You're on a flank kind of situation. I'll give you that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll try and take a swing at it and see if I can take it down.
All right. A 10, as this dog has flipped around to face Glade, you swing and you just cut under you hit onto really thick fur, but your blade doesn't cut through the natural fur armor.
Okay. Do I still need to roll damage?
No, because you missed.
Okay.
You missed. Yeah.
I am done because I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. Big white dog number 1 facing Glade. Because this dog thinks that you casted a fireball and it's cinnamon ring and balls. So it's going to attempt to bite you, Glade, with a 20 to hit. Oh shit! I think he went AFK for pizza. With a 20 to hit, and he'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. So He needs to roll a strength saving throw. Hold on, let me open his character sheet, guys. I'm sorry. Poor timing on my part. I didn't think he was leaving this very second. Strength saving throw, strength saving throw. What did he roll for a strength saving throw? I can't see it.
11.
11.
An
11,
11. Okay, that's not good. All right, so as this creature bites over his arm, so Glade's like trying to swing with his hammer, and the dog winds up grabbing him on his forearm for 11 piercing damage, and then throws him on the floor. He basically gets forced face planted into the snow on the ground, and he is officially knocked prone.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'm back. Sorry, I had to grab pizza.
Okay, cool. You just took a bite on your forearm and got knocked on your face prone.
Yay!
Which takes us to Ernest.
No. No! Leave them alone!
Give me some health, bro.
An 18 to hit for 15 fire damage.
Oh yeah.
As
As Glade gets thrown to the ground, like your ball just misses Glade's head and smacks into the face of this wolf, or this big white dog. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to... sorry, that's not the one I wanted to link. This is the one. I'm going to use a bonus action to convert my 2 sorcery points to a first level spell.
You got it.
Yeah.
Would that be all?
And that's my turn.
Glade, as your face gets lifted out of snow and you feel the snow melting on your face flesh, you look up and you just see this hulking dog looming over you. Did you go AFK again, Glade?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry. I had my full food.
That's all good. You're up.
Yep. I guess I'll stand up and I'll take a swing at the dog.
Yep. An 18
Yeah,
hits.
18
Ooh, that's good.
for 6 bludgeoning, 2 fire.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh.
I don't have any magical items.
You crack and you hear the sound of a pop under its fur.
Yeah. And that's all I can do for this turn.
All right.
As Blake kind of grits his teeth in the bite.
Alright. Apto's gonna put away his short bow, and then move up and claw this thing in the face.
All right, go for it. Your claws, be it
Claw this guy in the face.
as sharp as your claws are, the matted pelt of these creatures, it's got to be like 3 to 4 inches thick minimum, and you just can't seem to get your fingers in good enough.
Then that will be my turn.
Farouk.
I'm sticking in my goddamn shell. Yeah, I got nothing. I can't use any spells, can't do shit.
Absolutely, as you maintain your shell defense.
Yeah, 21, yeah.
That takes us to Big White Dog 2, who's still kind of digging at your shell. He's going to continue to try to bite. Well, first, as he recharge his breath, he does not. And will try to bite down on your shell still with advantage. An 11 does not hit you.
Oh my god.
Made your butthole pucker up, didn't I?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no. Like I'm like I have won it. Oh man.
But you once again, you just hear grinding. In fact, you could hear one of the segments of your shell. You could hear it snap off. And yeah, so that takes care of Puppy Chow. That takes us now to Sasano.
I am gonna indeed use my action to take out my potion and throw it, I guess, if possible, into Faru's shell so he can drink it.
Can I wait? So is the potion have to like hit me like my body, or do I
No,
have to
you got to
drink it?
ingest it, but technically your head's in your shell. He's
Yeah.
basically throwing a potion vial in front of your face, so you're staring like this with a potion vial.
Yeah, like no, like that makes sense. Yeah, like I'd have to like bonus action get out of my shell, grab
Yes.
the potion, and then drink it. Yeah, so it'd be back. God, I can't do shit. I'm so scared.
Would that be your turn, Sasana?
Yes, that will be it.
You don't want to take any movement?
Well, if I take any movement, I'm gonna have a chance to get hit
True.
because I can't disengage because I already used my action.
True.
So I'll just pass my turn.
All right, fair enough. Big white dog who's currently getting surrounded. Pardon me. I'm sorry, I'm thinking here.
No, it's fine.
What's
I'm
the
scared as
intelligence
fuck.
of this creature? Alright, so this creature basically goes on pure instinct. Okay, so... Apto,
Yes, sir.
this creature turns as you're trying to claw it at its side and raises its mouth in the air. Ooh! And you start to see the cold breath begin to light up, and he brings it down on you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Don't you wish?
Oh,
Don't you wish you had your inspiration at this point?
I wish I had Sunday's rolls.
All right, here we go. I'm rolling in live.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
8. Here we go.
Crazy shit.
I'll tell you what, Apto. I'll let you tell me. When do you want me to press it? Say now.
3, 2, 1, now.
Mm.
Oh!
God.
He's
Damn.
dead. He's dead, right?
No, I think he's down to like 2 health or some shit.
Oh my god.
Four.
No, yeah, you're right.
4 health.
Four.
Or
You
Oh
take
my god.
24 cold damage as it just,
Oh my
you're not
God.
even wearing armor. It's just, this ice is pelting you all over, weighing you down, sticking to your fur and clothes. It's slowly beginning to thaw.
Goddamn. Goddamn.
That would take care of... By the way, guys, your Fey passengers do hum that glow, that slight little iridescent glow.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
That takes us to Ernie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do this. A 23 to hit for 16 fire damage on the big white dog 1.
Goddamn. Oh my god.
And that was cold damage, right?
Fire.
Another massive scorch mark on this creature after blowing, like, it's actually your chromatic orb stopped his cold breath after he already casted it. And now this creature is, it's looking pretty burned.
Alright, and then I'm going to, I'll link it again. As a bonus action, I'm going to convert a 2nd level spell into 3 sorcery points.
Ooh.
Is there a loop that I'm not aware of with this?
No, I only have.
Does it eventually
2.
go to 0?
Yeah,
Okay.
it eventually goes to 0.
Just making sure. All right, cool, man. Yeah, dude. I've never used sorcery points like that before. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah.
That takes us now to Glade. As this dog takes massive fire damage, and it looks like it's like the fur is like burnt off in many of its places. You start to smell the burnt fur. It's bad news bears for this thing.
I'm going to go for and do the cantrip Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And so I'll take a swing. Does a 10 hit at all for the first one?
10 does not hit as your hammer hits the ground.
Yeah, then the green flame just fizzles.
Correct.
Damn. Alright. Yep. That's all she wrote.
Apto.
I'm gonna claw it. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does claw. Apto, this massive mound of fur with teeth, fighting and biting and twisting. He twists in a way that exposes some of the burnt flesh so there's no more fur. Seeing the weak point, how do you kill it?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I think I just claw it across the neck.
Okay. You rake it across the neck, revealing this dark blood that shimmers black in moonlight as it just pours out onto the white snow.
Alright, then I'll use my movement. We can move straight, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And I'll move there.
All right. Would that be your turn?
Yes.
All right. I need to roll a quick d20.
Please no. Death comes.
Faru, you're up.
Okay, so for Rue, he's looking at this potion right in front of him. Bonus action, get out of my shell. I have 19 AC. I'm gonna grab the potion and drink it. How much AC? I'm sorry. How much HP is that?
What type of potion was it, Sasano?
It was just a regular potion of healing.
Regular. I have a cheat sheet for potions on the table somewhere. Where is it?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Thank you. Okay, buddy.
2d4 plus 2. 8.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's
It's not-
actually not bad.
Not 9. Yeah. So like I get out of my potion like. So I'm just like just downing it like 9. Boom. And now I have a 19. Yeah, I got nothing. Go ahead.
Okay.
Next turn.
That takes us to Big Bad Wolf number 2.
Oh man.
Who...
Oh man. I am scared as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, the wolf's got to do what the wolf's got to do. It's going to bite you
Sure.
through.
All right. Oh god.
19 to hit.
Oh yeah, it gets me. God damn it! I should have stayed in my goddamn show. All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
so
Damn it.
you literally you turn towards Hisano, right? And you're drinking. And as you're drinking, you feel jaws just crunch around your head and squeezes you enough that you pass out in unconsciousness.
Oh my god. Is that 0 then? All right.
Yeah, you're at 0.
God, I'm so mad. Oh my god. I'm out.
You know what? Honestly, there's a fresh kill.
I
There's a fresh kill at the feet. This wolf is staying. Okay, Sasano, you're up.
Boy.
damn, god damn. I shouldn't have fucking get on my goddamn shell. Oh my god. No, yeah.
Listen to the conflict. I love it. It's great.
You over here?
Yeah, I'm not doing it again. Like if I survive this, I'm not doing it again. No, I'm not getting on my shell.
I'm going to try and take a shot with my longbow.
Okay, get it.
Longbow must be nice.
14 does slide into this creature.
10 piercing.
Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. And would that be your turn?
That will be my turn, sir.
Ernie.
Nope.
I probably don't have line of sight on this one this time.
No, you do not. But you would have seen Faru chugging that potion, and then the dog basically clap around his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just running straight out.
Okay.
If I have enough movement.
You're only 5 feet away from the entrance, from the inside entrance. So it'll take you, I'll tell you right now, hold on. That'll be 10, 20, 30, plus 5. It'll take you 35 feet to get out. Well, technically 40 feet to get out because Glade's in the one spot. That would be 35.
Balls. Yeah, I'm rushing, so dash and...
Okay, so you still have 20 foot of movement from either... Here, I'll place you. You have 20 foot of movement from either this square or this square?
Okay.
I should have fucking got up my goodness.
I'm sure you'll survive.
Alright.
this.
I'm sorry, Frog.
No, you're good. I'm sure you'll survive.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to convert that to a level 1 spell slot.
Get it. And that will be it.
Yep. And this is the end of that cycle, by the way. This would be the last time I'd be able to do that.
Understood. Glade, you're up.
Yep. Okay. Trying to think here. How does the wolf look, like physically?
Pretty okay. You see a little bit of
Okay.
blood dripping from its teeth. It seems to be reptilian.
Okay. Still got. Sorry, I'm going through here. So yeah, still got 2 slots left. Okay. I'll go 5, 10 to get here. And then I will do cure wounds on our turtle.
You do it. How much health do you give him?
Oh, why is that not? 1 sec. Sorry.
That's right.
Cure wounds. There it goes. First level. Submit. 5.
Right back up. So I have a.
Yep. And that's all she wrote.
Is that your last spell slot?
I have 1 more due to the warlock short rest.
Gotcha.
Am I with my 5 hit points? Am I out of my shell? Up? You know?
Yeah,
19
you're
hit points?
basically as if you
Okay.
were, as if you were knocked out. You just basically open up your eyes with 5 hit points. You don't stand up until your turn.
Thomas has guided me to stay. Sorry. Okay.
Which takes us now to Apto.
I'm gonna would use half my movement to pull out my short bow and shoot it.
Get it.
Does a 12 hit?
No. In fact, your arrow makes purchase on the thick pelt, but you don't seem to have registered any kind of vital damage.
Alright, then I will move 15 feet.
Okay. Would that be your turn?
Yes.
Fantastic. Faru, as you wake up, looking at snow hitting your retinas.
Thomas has guided us today. I'm gonna smack this fucking wolf in the goddamn head.
Sure, are you going to stand up or are you going to do
my
that
mates.
while laying down?
Oh. No, it's I stand up, half my movement, and then I smack it, and I don't hit shit. So.
Well, it's a big wolf, so you make contact with it. It just wasn't hard enough to make any kind of decent damage as you
Yeah.
hear the pelt just go and kind of absorb the shock.
Mm.
Would that be your turn?
Yeah. No, that's all I can do. Yeah.
Big bad wolf.
It's gonna fuck me up.
Should have got him back in the shell.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what
Go back to my
sucks?
goddamn shell.
You know what sucks is that like the wolf has your flavor in his mouth, and right now he's
Yeah.
going on pure hunger, so he has to. He's going for Faru again, man. He has to.
Mhm. That's fine. That's fine. Let's do it.
Let's see here.
19. Here we go. Oh my god. I'm scared.
No way.
No way. Yeah, let's do it.
I rolled a nat 20, but not the one that matters. I rolled a 9. I missed.
You scared the fuck out. Oh my god. Oh my god.
As this creature, so you bat him, and then as you see it coming for another bite at you, you kind of lift your branch up, and it kind of gets stuck in the mouth.
Oh.
That takes us to Sasano.
Going to back up 1 more and take another shot with the longbow.
Get it.
20
Oh yeah.
with
Oh
11
my
piercing.
damn.
Oh my god.
Your fucking bow does more damage than your sword.
All right, and I can't do any more, so that'll be the end of my turn.
Yep. So as this turtle is holding back this mouth, with the stick. You just kind of land just over its right eye. Your arrow sticking out of the fur.
Nice.
And that's it. So, Ernie, you're up, buddy.
Ernie, nuke him.
Let's do it. I'm gonna use a bit of luck here.
Wow, look at that damage roll, though.
I know, so bad. All right, and I'll roll again. A 16 for 18
Yeah, that
fire
absolutely
damage.
does
So
something.
can I flavor this?
You could do whatever you want.
So as I fling this thing from the end of my quarterstaff, and I kind of whip it at it, right? And it just sails right past it. But then I flip my staff vertical and I slam it into the ground, and the orb begins to retract back towards me, and it slams into the back of the wolf.
Absolutely. Right on the taint. Boom. Oh, the wolf. That's a massive hit.
And that would be my turn.
All right.
Oh, you're back.
Glade.
Oh my god.
Going to go and smack it with the Warhammer.
Get it. Hit.
18 for 9 damage overall.
9 overall. Boom. You hear, as you smack down, you miss the body, but you wind up crushing a little bit of its leg. It starts to develop one of those doggy kind of limps on its front right leg.
Yep, that's all I got.
Apto.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, get it.
With 15 hit for 4.
I sure in hell does.
Alright. End the turn.
All right, Faru. As the dog kind of gets yelped because of a fireball, lets go of your gnarled staff. What are you gonna do? Oh, never mind. He's AFK. Fuck. And we're gonna have to wait because of where we are in the battle. So, pretty intense fight, huh?
I'm learning a lot. That Ernie's basically carrying the team.
All right,
Honestly.
Faru, as Ernie burned its butthole, it yelped out in the air and let go of your gnarled staff. It is your turn, Faru.
Okay, alright. So I'm gonna. Oh god. I have 5 hit points. How does the wolf look to Faru?
It's not doing well. It's got a limp in its leg. It's got an arrow just above its eye. It's got a couple of seared marks. You smell the burn. And the wolf itself, it looks kind of haggard. It still seems like it has life in it, but it's definitely been dwindled down. That's for sure.
Let's see. So I'm gonna Toll the Dead.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving at 13.
I rolled a nat 20 for my wisdom save.
God, fucking. So, all right. So that's the end of that. I can't do shit.
You know how you had bug soup earlier? It wants turtle soup this time.
Yeah. How about he's like, oh, what is this? What is this meal? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen. This creature is going to leap over you, Faru. Faru and Glade both make attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
No, don't do it.
It's coming for Ernie.
Boop.
Nope.
God! Oh my!
And no.
I nat 1.
No.
I nat 1.
Wow.
Yeah, roll me
Oh my
3d6,
God.
Glade.
Yep.
Oh my God, I'm so.
And it might be time to update our critical fail of something different. I like to rotate it out. With a 14, as you swing, I can.
Can I use inspiration and try it again? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Fine.
If you have an
Okay,
inspiration,
I'm
yeah.
gonna roll again. Boop. I do. Yeah. Oh my. What is this? Okay. All right. So my inspiration is gone.
All right,
Cool.
not a problem. Just write another journal. You get an easy one back.
Of course. I'm gonna
so-
my journal. Like, I fucked up.
As this creature is jumping, I'm gonna just say it has to kind of place its feet, and your foot was under it, so that'll be its opportunity attack. And I'll just roll this because it scrapes you for a 17. Does a 17 hit you?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll. It's just a little. It's a claw, and it's a makeshift claw. So let's just do
What
this.
a claw.
Oh my god, dude!
It critted.
No, it didn't
Oh my God.
crit. I rolled 2d6, thinking like, 2d6, it'll probably be nothing. I wound up rolling a fucking 9.
2d6.
So 9 damage. Yeah, it's a.
Oh shit.
The thing's bigger than you. It's probably twice your weight.
Yeah.
Okay, touche.
So
Um,
it leaps over you. Faru, you would be able to look up and just see this massive mound of white and blue fur, blue because of the moonlight, jumping over you as you swing and a miss. And then you hear Glade like, oh, as it looks like its paw kind of crunched on his foot. And then as it's in the air, Ernie,
No.
as it's in the air, you see its mouth begin to glow blue. And as soon as it lands, this breath attack.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw, Ernie.
Oh my god.
Hi, Ernie.
It was nice knowing you.
Goodbye.
All right, Ernie. My finger's over the enter key. Tell me when.
Now.
Oh!
He lives!
This is where the unintentional party wipe happens.
Oh my god, are you really at 1 health, you lucky bastard? Look at you.
Oh my god.
Although your staff, your book, or whatever things that are dangling from you have like shards of ice sticking to it. Dude, I've never seen so much luck in a fucking fight. Everyone's like 1 health.
Yeah, no shit, right?
We're all dead 200.
luck.
Sasano, you're up.
Another shot.
Get it. Yeah, man.
Ooh! Ooh, that's good.
Oh.
Mm.
1, 2, 3. Oops. Sorry, 1 second. I had the wrong integer on here.
Hey, if it's one too many, I'll take it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right, cool. You know what? That's close enough to do this. Boom. As your arrow hits into the same leg that it's limping from, it really starts to favor that limp. Ernie.
Burn the fuck out of it, Ernie.
All right, I'm gonna do this.
Scorched earth.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at it, and then I'm just gonna bop it on the snout
Yep.
like
Right in the
this
snoot. Right in the snoot, yeah.
with a shocking grasp for 17
Absolutely.
for 4 lightning damage,
Yep.
and then I
Nice. No attack of opportunity.
bye.
You bop it on the snout, and you see just a charge fade away under the fur, and you see the wolf kind of do one of these little, kind of like doggy tug of war scenarios. Would that be your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Sweetness. Glade.
Yep. 5, 10, 15. We'll come up behind it. I'm going to use one of the breath attacks.
Ooh, that's a dexterity saving throw, I think.
Yep. Because I'll give me a sec here. Where the breath weapon? Here it is.
What's your DC on it?
DC's 8 plus my con, which should be a 10.
Plus
Plus
your
your
proficiency.
That's their proficiency.
Oh,
So
to 12.
12.
Right? Yeah.
That's what I rolled.
Ooh. You got it.
Alright.
What's the damage? 1d10, right?
Damage is 1d10.
Go ahead and roll it. What is this, fire?
Yep. Holy shit!
Oh!
How do you kill this thing?
I'll just Glade runs over. It's like, "Fuck this!" and just opens his mouth as he just bellows out the flames, just literally igniting this thing into a literal firing fluff ball.
Yeah.
It begins to singe, and as it falls to the floor, your breath is still coming out as you take extra steps closer to it. Almost like this breath attack is just pushing it into the ground. It continues to burn. The fur is gone. The top layer of epidermis is gone. You're still laying into it with your fire breath like a massive dragon. And eventually, the charred muscles can be seen. And as those disintegrate, you expose innards. And then you're out of breath.
Yeah.
That is
Well done.
the end of combat.
Oh my gosh.
As you hear from inside the tree line.
Oh my god, there was more.
There was more. But they saw you take out Alpha, so yeah, not gonna happen.
Oh, like,
Wow, guys.
I plop onto my back into the snow. Just poof.
Yep. And as you lay there, the snow is deep enough that your head is practically under the snow, looking straight up. And you close your eyes. You close your eyes, and all you feel are snowflakes just hitting your face.
And I'm just taking the biggest, deepest breaths I can take. Just.
Can I kick Ernie for one? No, I'm just kidding.
You accidentally trip, and one of your arrows stabs him in the leg for 1 damage.
Yes, accidentally.
Death save.
Accidentally on purpose.
All right, guys, well, take it away.
Goddamn.
I think after we'll be catching his breath, like, no one's dead? Question mark.
Yeah, Faru is like he's just like lying up against like the side of the cave. He's like, I am alive. All monsters will be. I am alive. He's tired. He's fucked.
Wait, I would say before Apto leaves, I would say, wait, Apto, carry me, please.
I am freezing.
I think I'll kick him over, like on his belly, because he's on his back, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'll pretend I'll bend down to act like I'm gonna pick him up, and then just flip him over on his belly. No.
And he loses that one life.
Oh. What the heck, man? Ah.
Yeah. Glade's just going to kind of grab, so are the wolves too big to where like we couldn't try like to drag them into the cave, or?
These things
Like
are bigger
small
than
for-
you.
Yeah, I'll walk into the cave, grab my
Okay.
longsword, and attempt to skin the one that wasn't burnt.
Okay.
Don't bother. Don't bother.
Are you sure you want to do more stuff instead of just getting rested up there, bud?
Well, someone's got to stay out here with Faru.
I can do that, and don't bother freaking using a sword. I got tools in my bag.
Are all of you okay?
Yeah, and I'll go, I guess, back in the cave and grab my bag and come back out, and in that, I actually do have leather worker tools.
Okay.
So yeah, I could actually skin it successfully.
Now this wolf is like literally double the size of all you guys, so this is not a 5-minute job. This is going to take a decent amount of time. In fact, I'll tell you right now how much it's going to take. Please hold.
Yep.
It'll take you at least 4 hours to skin.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's a big
That's
fucking
fine.
wolf.
Why don't we try and rest?
You guys can have to rest. I can skin it.
I need to catch my breath, and jeez, and I'm like picking like icicles off of my body.
Yeah.
I guess I'll stay out with Faroot for now, and for a to stand watch with him, and I'll just skin what I can, I guess.
Yeah, I
Until
have
next
a
watch.
winter blanket, since I'm outside. So hopefully that helps a bit when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
All right. So as everyone retreats, except for Faru. Thank you. I totally brain farted.
Yeah, fire.
That's cool.
As Glade stays outside with Faru, everyone goes back in the cave to get your shut-eye. And we'll just fast forward the shut-eye part for you guys that are in the cave. We're going to stand outside for a minute. As Faru kind of takes that winter blanket he mentioned and kind of makes himself a little divot in the snow, someplace that he feels safe enough, he retreats back into his shell, I assume, to snooze it up.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Glade, you rummage through your pack and you produce a skinning knife for your leatherworking set. Why don't you go ahead and roll me using that tool set. Roll me using your wisdom save. Or using your wisdom modifier.
Do I just click on my wisdom for that then?
I mean, you get a proficiency with it. So it'll be your wisdom plus proficiency. So 16, right?
Did I do... Yeah,
Okay.
if I did that right.
Yep, 16. Roll me a... trying to think of how I'm going to do this. Actually, you know what? You're harvesting for aesthetic purposes or value?
For like value and use.
Value and use. Okay, so you're going to have to pick one. Actually, you know what? No, that's fine. So let's do the value. So here's how we do value in crafting. So what's going to happen here, you're not going to have to roll to find it because it's fucking dead in front of you, so we're going to skip that roll. We just rolled for quality of your skin. So you did a 16. That's going to yield at least 2 gold worth of usable crafting material. You can put it in your head however you want. So I think you and I should talk about how I do crafting in my world. Crafting is done via, we use gold value to equate our crafting. So in this case here, you're going to get 2 gold worth of white winter wolf material. So you can write that down however you wish. So a short story on crafting, it's going to be to determine the value of the item first. So let's say I want to make a coat, whatever, right? I'm going to make a coat made out of fucking winter wolf. Okay, that's fantastic. So you have 2 gold of materials towards the value of that winter coat based on crafting material. So let's say the coat costs 10 gold, right? Just once again, throwing round numbers out there. And you could only craft up to 25 gold worth of materials a day, but it has to be a dedicated crafting session, not just like this half hour, tink, tink, tink. It's going to take time. But that's the short story of how we do crafting in my world. Nevertheless, 2 fucking gold. Plus scraps and stuff that you can absolutely just aesthetically say you peel off some more and you could use it however you see fit.
Okay, yeah, it's just during my watch. I'll just work on skinning it.
Okay, so don't forget to add the 2 gold of material for crafting. White wolf crafting material.
Yeah, I just put in white wolf for times 2 gold.
All right, cool. So, yeah, you take about 4 hours at this point in time. People inside, if you wish to switch and let Glade sleep, I don't know. I think that's what the plan is. That's perfectly fine. Who's going to come outside for the swap?
I will. Susanna will.
Susanna will. All right. We'll just do this real quick and go ahead.
I was going to say, side note, how much do you want me to set that fur weight for?
Susanna?
Nope. Can you hear me, Frog?
Oh, you asking me? I thought you were asking Susanna.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. I was asking because you mentioned weight early on being a thing now. That's why I was asking, like, what do you want me to set that fur's weight to? Carrying wise.
You know what? Let's just do it. Ooh, that's a good fucking question.
I would think it would be heavy since it's...
It's like fur.
It's 2
depending on,
gold
like,
worth
how
of
much
pelt,
is actually...
basically.
But
Yeah,
if I may interject,
Yeah.
Glade, you do have the ring that allows you to store it.
yeah, but I'd have to pour it in there first. But yeah,
No, but
it's just
that's a
for
good question. I'll tell you what. For now, we'll just do 1 pound per gold of crafting resources.
okay.
That sounds like a simple equation for now.
Okay.
All right, cool. Sorry, I thought you were talking to Sasano before.
No. I was talking to you just to get weight for it all.
Yeah, no, gotcha. All right, cool. At this point in time, Sasano, as you're out, Faru, is your choice whether or not you want to wake up or not during this, or you can just sleep through it too. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be sleeping.
Okay.
I'm damaged quite a bit.
Absolutely. Sasano, you find yourself. It's just before sunrise, and the ground is still very much dark, but the light is just about receiving sunlight from the horizon. It's not bright enough to really radiate through the land yet, but you see the sky, kind of. Looking around there and doing stuff, and kind of peering through. There's still twinkling starlight that will eventually slowly fade off and forfeit its light to the daylight. But as you look up, there's kind of a break in the snow, and the snow actually stops for the moment as the sky opens up for you, and you see these stars, and there's this constellation that you remember as a young boy. And you remember it being instructed to you. Who's instructing you what these constellations are? Sasano?
Thinking.
Yep.
I would say it would have been his brother in arms.
Okay. When you're a young lad, an individual that you would consider a brother in arms has instructed you. Oh, that's. And we're gonna do a flashback here, huh?
Yeah, I think his name would have been Yomi.
Spell it.
Yomi. I'll type it up.
No, I gotcha. I'm just putting it in my notes so I don't forget. 1 second here. You see that, Sasano? That right there, where my hands, follow my finger. See up there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Archer constellation. He was a mighty warrior, known for hitting targets beyond anyone else's capability. They say he was able to outshoot the gods.
That is amazing. How's you outshoot the gods?
I don't know. It's what they say. They say his bow was given to him by a mighty emperor, and this emperor handed it down to him. And at the time, the emperor's choice to hand down this bow would have shown him to be something that's a big no-no for that family line. It was basically blood to blood, and he gave it to the archer and not his own son. Rumor has it that this archer was an illegitimate child on a lost love. So when the townsfolk and the shogun found out about it, they mutinied and cast the archer out. And every once in a while, just before the sun rises and you peer up at the archer, you may catch an arrow flying across the sky, hitting a mighty buffalo target. And as this memory kind of fizzles out into obscurity, you look up at this Archer constellation, and the shooting star kind of zips across the sky, kind of in the same angle that the Archer constellation is, and it just flies across the sky. How does Sasano feel about that?
Tears kind of stream down Sasano's face as he's remembering what his close brother in arms told him, and he remembers how they had to part ways and he's missing him dearly. for they always had each other's back.
Beautiful. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. Now, it'll be the long rest, how we do long rests on this table. I think this is Farou's first long rest in this table. So, I'm going to take 30 seconds to explain this. It's going to be really simple. It's basically going to be a glorified short rest because we have full rests. That is another thing. I got a video if you wish to watch it. But here's the things, and I got a cheat sheet over here in the back left corner here. For a long rest, it's only going to be 4 hours of no activity and 4 hours of light activity. The benefits, you will be able to spend your hit dice on a long rest. And during the first 4 hours, you'll regain half your hit dice pool. So you can roll right now half your hit dice rounded up to gain instant health back without a penalty. So right now, if you're level 3, everyone has 2 hit dice. Go ahead and roll your 2 hit dice and you get that for free. So think of that as what you gain for health on this long rest. So the 2 hit dice.
14. Okay.
Then, on the last half of the 4 hours, after you get your free health, you regain all your spell slots and other long rest cooldowns.
There we go. Oh, okay, so yeah, I think I did that correctly. Popped 2 hit dice. And I don't know. My page is something I had 3 hit die. You said I had 2, so.
Well, yes, because the gimmick of this long rest is to represent being out in the field for an extended period of time. So you'll start getting depreciating values. It kind of adds stress to adventuring, which is awesome, I think. Absolutely. Yeah, so for our long rest, you basically you gain half of your hit dice rolled. I forgot, do you gain half your hit dice back too? No, right? I believe that's...
Oh, you said half my hit dice? So, like, if I gained, 14, so it'd be 7 hit points?
There's a difference between gaining half your hit dice in health and gaining half your hit dice. There's two different actions there.
Okay.
So you're gaining half your hit dice health for free on this rest. So you instantly gain health back 2 of your hit dice.
So in the first half you regain half your hit dice pool.
Yeah.
And then so technically you allow it to where we would have used what we had before that to regain it, correct?
You confused me. Say again.
So because before this I had all 3 of my hit dice. So then therefore I would have used those 3 in the first half, like during that short rest period.
And you could have.
And then I would regain 2 more during the first 4 hours.
You would regain 2 more during your first 4. So you'd gain... I'm confused. So you're saying you'd use 3, but then you'd wake up with 2.
Right. Well, sort of.
Yeah, that's what I did. I used 2, and then I woke up with 3, and then I used 1 more.
Okay.
Right? Is that how it works?
So you start up with hit dice. You could use whatever you want for your hit dice. Halfway through, you regain half your hit dice back.
Yep.
So if you have 3 hit dice before you went to bed, and you used all 3, you could roll your 3 hit dice for health, and then 4 hours into the long rest, you'll gain half your hit dice, so you'll be up to 2 in this mathematical comparison.
Oh, in that case, I was just...
And then at the end of the last 4 hours, you gain all your spell slots and long rests. Or, excuse me, long rest cooldowns.
Okay, cool. I think I did it right then.
Yeah, and then a full rest will give you everything back.
Like
Yes.
full HP plus temp HP.
Oh my god, I rolled that perfect. Oh my god, I rolled back all my health.
Congrats.
Even with my
Get back down to
shitty
1.
ones. Do you see my 2 shitty ones that I rolled?
We're in this because of you, Ernest.
No.
Yeah, I rolled all my hit die, and I got all my spells back. I'm good. I think
I'm gonna put all of my stuff back on. Actually, I think Epta would have gone, grabbed some meat, would have asked Blade to start a fire, and would have attempted to cook up some wolf meat.
Yeah, that's completely doable. And I'm just going to go ahead and give that to you for free. We don't even have to role play that as you go out. Let's see how well you chop that shit up, Mr. Cook. Go give me a survival.
All right.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is way better.
Way better.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want that wolf cock?
As the
It's
sun
exciting.
crests and everyone wakes up and everyone gains their benefits back, you can, you go out, you grab some chunks of some flank of wolf meat. It's stringy, but it's doable. As you kind of break off some branches, pop a fire, and kind of stake them down where they kind of start to kind of cook in open flame.
So, does the 21 affect how good it is cooked? Unlike
Sure.
when we were cooking the cock.
Sure. Bloody
one
tastic.
step closer to becoming a professional chef.
All right, guys, the morning is yours as you look around, and it's all clear. There's no fog. There's nothing. You just see sunlight batting down on snow. You are on the northern face of this mountain, so you can't really see deeper into the tundra from where you are, unless you decide to travel to the other side.
Yeah, Faru is, probably one of the only him and whoever's next to him side. He's gonna wake up and, stretch his arms and everything. He's gonna walk out to the edge of the whatever he's at and look out on the tundra.
Like I said, you recognize this view from before. You were watching the sunset. Now you're watching the equivalent, but a sunrise.
Yeah, that's some beauty shit, man.
Damn skippy it is. Anybody want to do anything special this morning?
Yes, I'm gonna go check and see if the items in the pack have been unfrozen.
Well, I'm gonna go with a no, unless you guys decided to make a fire before you went to bed.
Nope.
Because it was stomped out. Yes, no, maybe
Here.
so.
It would have to depend on depending on the 3 that went in,
Well,
because I was outside.
I
Yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
okay.
Here, let me try something, Susano. Alright, so I grabbed the bag and I put it on. Because I remember that the Fae were defrosting me, so I want to see if this will affect the bag.
Well, it's still adhered to the floor, although the outside wrappings of it, the clothy parts, are kind of, you could feel the material. It is thawing. It's just, there wasn't exposed to open flame all night. I would say if the flame was on all night, there'd be a different conversation we'd be having right now. But you could at least dig into the backpack about 2 inches. I'll give you that much.
Okay. Can I go ahead and do that to see if I can find something?
Yeah, sure, why not? It's a little wooden box that seems to, with a little bit of elbow grease, you kind of knock it loose and you hear as it kind of rips the bottom out just a little bit, like the integrity of the box is frozen, so it kind of rips out a little bit. But the box is intact for the most part, and it's got that missing shard of wood because it's still frozen inside the pack.
Am I able to see inside the box, or is it just...
You gotta have to open it. It's got a small latch on it.
Okay, I take one of my hand axes and try and wedge it open.
Sure. You take your axe, you kind of whittle it, and pop. And as it opens up, you see a flint, a tinder, and you also see 10 pythons.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Underneath the box, as you look back into the bag, you see what looks to be a frozen coiled rope, but it is encased in solid ice.
I decide to pass up on the frozen rope, as I already have rope in my backpack.
Okay.
Do I see anything else, or is that it?
The rope is blocking whatever's underneath the rope.
I'll decide to ask Glade a question to see if he can use the hammer to smash the ice.
Sure. Okay.
Glade, would you be able to smash this with your hammer to see if there's anything else? If not, we can always just move on.
Yeah, I can. And I guess I'll go pull my hammer out and hit it.
Kaboom! This thing is like playing golf, and I'm not going to even have you roll for it. As you smack into it, it moves like it launches across and hits the wall, and it shatters against the wall, and now it's like in multiple chunks of ice, revealing a lot of things that are inside. Although frozen, semi-frozen, and in the process of thaw, things that you would see scattered about would include the following. You would see what looks to be a mess kit. You would see like a bundle of what looks to be meat sticks that are frozen, a decrepit water skin, the rope that we discussed before, and what looks like 5 orange candles.
Does anybody want anything?
I could use extra spoons and forks. Hand me that meth kit.
Susano passes the met kit to Apto.
Okay.
Cool. Now I have 2 meth kits.
They just gonna pass on it all.
Absolutely. All right. All right, team. As you munch down on some stringy wolf meat, what is the plan, guys?
So you continue
So-
heading up the mountain?
So yeah, so I would say this would, I guess, since Apto and I are currently out of character, the ones with Fate Passengers, we are. I would suggest that we push on with finding the tree.
Alright. After we'll stand up, dust himself off. I'm like, alright, fellas. I think we keep heading up this cliff, this mountainside. See if we can't find that tree.
Okay.
Alright.
You travel further up the face of this mountain. It's a trip. You know, it is a mountain in patches. The snow can get as deep as 4 to 5 feet, and that's the snow drifts. On the average, I would say anywhere between 1 to 2 feet of snow as you guys kind of trudge through this frozen wilderness. Occasionally, you'll see birds flying out, and by birds, I mean these are frozen birds. Like, these are birds that seem to have some sort of hardiness, and there's not many of them at all. They're about the size of a baseball as they kind of flutter through the trees. In the distance, if you were to look down the mountainside, you can see a pack of like black wolves in the distance, kind of just trailing off. Occasionally, as you're going up the mountain, you stop to look down. You'll see like what looks like deer prints or some sort of an elk, perhaps, crossing across the canyon areas. With all this being said, the view, however, fucking spectacular. Hardly touched by man or hands. Almost nature in its purest form. As you look down, there's like this caldera, this cutout of the mountain that you're climbing up, and it's just like this semi-horseshoe kind of divot, and you just look down, and there seems to be just like this alpine forest that's flat. In the distance, you can see a small avalanche kind of running down the side of the mountain. Clouds pass overhead, white fluffy. The wind picks up, and you know, even though you're not freezing, those with Fey passengers, this is really cold weather, but once again, you're kind of in this anti-freeze situation. Those without Fey passengers, you're cold. You're really cold. You're so cold, and thematically, you develop a shiver. It's not going to have any negative consequences on you yet. But it's getting pretty cold as you get higher in elevation. As you assess the situation, you feel as if you're about 3/4 up the mountain. It's been about 4 to 5 hours since you've woken up.
There were a lot of differences.
my winter blanket doesn't do anything for me. Like if I'm
I
holding
mean,
over myself.
it's helping. I would say
Yeah.
if you didn't have it on you, I'd have you start rolling Constitution saving throws. But because
Gotcha.
you have it on, I'm foregoing that. However, you're treading a gray line.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my heavy robes aren't gonna really help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking cold.
I think we should get off of this mountain soon enough. It's too cold up here. We need to find some safer place.
I can't believe you guys are not freezing. You guys are lucky.
What do you mean? I feel great. Guys, come on. We've got to push on. I know this... It may be a bit difficult for you guys to push on, but not really knowing what, the cause is for. But you've got to believe. Like, this is... Come on. And I'll try and just hold out my hand to anybody who needs, like, an extra boost of, try to put my arm around somebody. Whoever, if anybody, wants it. Anybody who wants to be touched. Nobody? Anybody want to be touched?
No.
I'll take it.
All right.
Bad touch.
All right, guys. Well then, fuck you all. I'm gonna keep going. You guys can freeze like a bunch of popsicles. You know what? I'll kind of just keep on my own path and just I'm not going on my own path. I'm just keeping on my own.
As you go up to, since you kind of brush ahead, Ernie, you're kind of leading the pack. You're maybe about 10 to 15 feet ahead as it is slow going as you continue to push. You look to your left, and over your left shoulder, that's the scene that you see. I put a picture on the wall. So imagine you're standing right where the camera is, and you look to your left, and that's what you see.
Jeez. I've got to write this down. And kind of like I would just do a real quick journal entry describing the types of rock formations and the way that the snow falls on the mountains and and that kind of stuff. And if they happen to pass me while they do that, but that's fine. But
they can. I mean, it's going to take you a minute or two to jot all this down. But what I am going to say is as you pull out your journal, the little black book falls into the snow.
do I notice it?
Oh, yeah.
Falling?
Oh, yeah, it's right in front of you.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely try and pick it back up.
Okay, that's all right. Just want to make, you fell out. Absolutely. And I guess you re-pocket it then?
Yeah, I mean, would I notice anything different about it now that it landed in snow?
No, it got stuck to your book and you came out and just fell. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
All right.
I want to.
You guys walk past Ernie. Slow going, but you walk past and you just see Ernie just jotting stuff down. It's, Ernie doing Ernie things, essentially. At this point, Apto begins to kind of take the lead as he's pushing through. The elevation, although it seems like you're almost peaked, it seems like you're almost at the top of this ridge here. Hopeful that you'll be able to see, the next waypoint, right? Because once again, you're on the northern face of this mountain and you're currently trying to head south, so you can't see through the mountain. What feels like maybe about an hour to get to the top at this point, you've been walking all day. We're literally fast forwarding. It is probably late afternoon, probably 2 hours before dusk at this point, as I don't know if anyone's ever climbed a mountain before. It's not an easy journey, and it takes quite a while. So as you make your way there, I'm going to need the following. I need a Constitution saving throw by the non-Fey passengers.
Ugh.
Let me get my stuff open. Man. No.
As you two are slowly descending, past that threshold that we just discussed earlier, both of you guys are going to take one level of exhaustion. If you don't know what exhaustion is, there's a chart over here by my token over here. It says exhaustion. So I'll quickly review this for the new people. One level of exhaustion. It's a permanent thing. It can come off every long rest. You lose 1 exhaustion unless you have another way of losing exhaustion. So for now, you'll have disadvantage on all ability checks. If you get another level of exhaustion, your speed is halved, etc., 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 and it's stacking.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you two, the cold is just stinging you. You're just you can't control your hands are like you couldn't even squeeze your hands together without feeling some sort of frosty pain. But it's pretty bad for you guys in that retrospect. I'll let that sit for a second. So you would look back, everybody, to see these two kind of like.
I would kind of like go over to them, seeing that they're kind of like struggling, and I would say, hey, come here, and I'll like try and like get close to them, and I would say, hey, you know what? Here, let me read you guys the next chapter of this journal I found. And I would read to them the next little bit of the book, and then I would say, just huddle close, stay next to me. You know, Faru, if you can, throw your blanket over Sasano if he'll allow it, and let's all huddle up. You know, in a totally, you know, cool guy kind of way, like a guy's camping trip kind of way, right? Huh?
Like
and I would pull, and I would
say, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, and then I would pull out the diary of Stormund, and I would pick up where I left off.
Look, you're gonna read it out loud?
Yeah, I'll read that to them.
Oh fuck, putting me on the spot. Look at that.
Oh boy.
All right, what can I whip out of my ass here? Let's find out. Sure. As everyone gathers around, come on, pasty, you son of a bitch. Sorry, I was gathering the next picture queued up here. Yeah. So, I ran as fast as I could, tripping into marsh, sliding and getting gook and mud, the mosquitoes stinging my neck. I wasn't sure if I was safe or not. I find a place in a knot on a hole in a tree. I don't hear anything. I think I'm safe. Day 3. I woke up to the most peculiar thing, and I wouldn't have noticed it if the sunlight didn't crest through the canopy of these trees in the swamp. I couldn't help but notice it looked metallic, but a tree at the same time. I've investigated further, not knowing what I was looking at here, but as I looked closer, it looked like... But it can't be. They were discontinued centuries ago. Could this be a lost warforge? It looks like it's been here for ages, as the tree has grown around it and almost absorbed it as its own, like a mother holding a child to her bosom. The light came on in its eyes. I gotta run. Day 4. Well, there she is. The gateway to the Dwarven Empire, they call it. It's quite lovely from this far, though I'm sure they don't like trespassers. I'm debating to restock my food rationings by knocking on the front gate, but I'm not sure if they'll welcome me with arms wide open. I don't know if it's worth the risk. Maybe I'll just hunt for myself. Hopefully I'll get some game going. I'm only down to 4 arrows, so I better make them count, am I right? Day 5. By the way, you could stop me at any point in time.
And then so I'd say, and I would hear Ernest go, and day 5, you know what? Let's say day 5 for another time. I don't want to tell all the stories I've lived in one walk.
Ari puts his claws on you, like, shaking, visibly shaking. He's like, "Don't worry, we will make it through this blizzard."
Absolutely. I just felt that if I shared that with you, it may give you a little boost of encouragement, knowing that I've traveled through marshes, traveled through to the Dwarven Empire, and if I can do it, you know what? Everyone can too. We can make it through this trip. And that's why I roll a deception, because I'm obviously reading somebody else's diary.
Like, wow, Ernest, and here I thought you spent your entire life making wine in the Firefly Guild.
Yeah.
How do you think I got my wine to the Dwarven Empire? David Hasselhoff and I have traveled long and far. You know what? That's interesting.
You said a deception roll, right? Like, do I have to roll it?
So we're gonna get our last. Let me get my last scene going here because I'm getting messages. Someone needs to get going here. So, as you guys spend another hour, and it's about sunset time or just before sunset time, and you reach the peak of this mountain, giving you a view. The view. As you hit the top and look over, you just see the stretch of this Arctic tundra, and tundra and kind of an alpine-y kind of a thing, and it just descends. At the far end of that view, you see what looks like this black something that jets straight out of the ground. It's so far away, it's really tiny. It's like a monument or something. But as it reaches into the sky, past the cloud line, there seems to be obscurity, like snow or some sort of cloud cover. And it appears from this range to be very swirly. Everybody that's at the top watching this in awe, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck. I get disadvantage because I have that.
No, I don't think you get disadvantage on one level. I think disadvantage on saving throws is later.
Oh, so I guess I do 4.
Doesn't matter. 4 anyway.
Yeah.
That's oh my god.
Can I mean, I was like, can I use
22.
guidance? I can't. No, it'd be bullshit.
And I think Glade has been sucked up by the purple demon baby for this moment here because he had to go.
Damn it.
But Apto and Faru, you, while standing there and you're kind of just looking and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
The ground goes as the shelf of ice that is trying to bear as much weight as possible gives out. Everyone that rolled over the 10 was able to kind of regain their footing, even if they do fall and catch themselves. Yeah. Faru and Apto, you begin to slide down the peak of this mountain on the south side.
Yeah.
And it's a really steep grade, like a 30% grade, 30-degree grade. As you begin to slide, you got ice and snow kicking up in front of your face. As you look up briefly, you just see your friends slowly fading away. And that's
fading into the day.
That's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Oh, fuck. That was fun. That was good shit.
All right, guys. So that was the session.
Oh my god.
Let me know. Is the stream off?
Not yet. I'm doing it now. Everyone, thanks for watching, and stream going off now.